Okay,
Hi.
hi everyone. Welcome to today's edition of Hearthstone Elite. Today we're bringing a show match series between Singapore players and Indonesian players. The idea is to give more new players a chance to experience slightly more competitive tournament play. So, if I'm not wrong, the format will be 8 matches of best of ones between 8 players from either side, and each of them will be playing a different class.
Yep. We actually had this exact series last week, and Singapore won 5 to Indonesia's 3. Yay, Singapore! Hey, we are
Go Team
Singaporean.
SG.
We are Singaporean, right? But to be fair, we did cheat a little bit because Turtle Power is not really a new player, and he actually was allowed to play because we didn't have enough people who wanted to play. But this week, I believe we have like mostly or almost all new players. I don't see anyone on this list who's like really a very strong player in the competitive scene and that kind of thing. Right?
Yep, so we hope the games will be interesting. The idea is for the players to learn. They can watch back the stream after that. It's also to entertain y'all who are tuning in. And just in general, have a good Friday night watching Hearthstone.
Do you think anyone? Because I'm sure all of us have played BRM, the new wing, which just came out yesterday, right? So, do you think anybody will bring any like cards from the new set?
Oh, I think
Because
Dragon
this
Dragon Pally is gonna be in.
Dragon Pally for sure. Now,
But
because
anyway, we
everyone
have a
has been
game coming up.
hyping Dragon Pally, right?
I think we can talk more about that in between games later. Anyway, now we have a Warrior, Johnson SYS, the Singapore player, against Rudy playing Hunter. From the looks of it, it probably looks like a traditional control warrior and not the Grim Patron version that's been popping up recently because of the Armor Smith, but that could also be a misnomer because some Grim Patron decks are running Armor Smith. We'll see as more cards are being drawn.
Yeah,
Rudy looks to be playing a pretty straightforward looking
Face
Face
Hunter.
Hunter,
Yeah.
with can be seen from the Leper Gnome. Yeah, a bit unlucky in that he drew his explosive trap in his opening hand, but that's playing secrets for you. So
He
this matchup is
most
quite
most
warrior
hunters do
favored.
run 2 explosive traps anyway, so
Yep.
I don't think it matters so much because his mad scientist will still be able to get value, and he will be able to get some value off explosive trap as warrior usually does run some kind of taunts because like usually I find that one of the best ways to deal with sludge belcher is to hit the belcher once if your war hit the belcher once if your eagle combo and then let it run into your trap if you don't like top deck I am big owl that kind of stuff, so it's not entirely useless in that sense, even though of course I think he would much prefer wolf rider or something like that.
Definitely. The reason why traps are terrible is because if you draw both your Mad Scientists, you get both your traps out for free. So you don't actually need to spend mana or your draw step getting these cards.
Yeah,
That's
okay. But the thing is, if you play mad scientist, right, and you don't have a trap, the opponent still feels Silver, you need to mute your mic.
that was hilarious.
Yes, Silver. Things are going on in your house that I'm pretty sure you don't want the whole world to know. Anyway, I think I was about to say, like, if you play a mad scientist on an empty board, chances are the opponent won't actually want to kill your mad scientist anyway.
That's true.
So even if you do have it in your hand, it's not that big a deal. And whoa, what's happening? The hunter just exploded. Um,
Probably a problem with the game or something. We're probably going to restart the game shortly. But if that's the matchup they were going to be seeing, then oh no, I think it's the wrong opponent, and they'll be like
what?
Johnson. That's why is supposed to be playing against someone else.
Ah, I see. Well, that's great for them actually because they get to dodge the hunter versus warrior matchup, which is very very not in the hunter's favor.
Oh,
So
definitely yes.
unless you bring a mid range hunter.
Yeah, because you have bigger threats and very resilient threats like Savannah Jaime is quite terrible for the warrior to deal with. And it looks like we're going straight into a game now. Though I've heard certain pros that the matchup is not as one-sided as everyone makes it out to be. It's not like say Control Warrior Freeze Mage. Uh, it's actually quite winnable by the hunter.
Yeah,
Though
yeah,
apparently to do so you have to play quite differently. Like for example, you don't attack your Worgen on 2 so that you can break the Armor Smith with an Abusive Sergeant on turn 3.
yeah.
Things like that. You have to make different plays in order to maximize your win percentage.
There's also a tendency for control warrior to run himself out of cards faster than the hunter. As it, very strangely enough, because if the warrior doesn't get armor smith value, I mean, Acolyte are paying value because of quick shot, right? Hunter actually tends to draw more cards than the warrior. It's a very very strange scenario just because of like quick shot.
Yeah, that. Yeah, that's the thing about quick shot changing the way Hunter decks work. Just have a critical mass of burn.
The stream
And it
is
looks like
moving
we're having a
really slow
very, very
motion.
slow game, yeah.
Yeah, it's very slow moving. I have no idea what's going on actually. Actually,
I
just
think the
now, what?
spectator is screwing up a little bit.
Yeah,
We're going to be restarting the client, so hopefully we can get back into the game. The first few turns should play themselves, so I don't think we're going to be missing very much.
one interesting thing we saw actually before the first game blew up in by itself was that the warrior actually chose to keep Death's Bite in his opening hand despite already having the axe. So I actually saw a Death Bite in his Mulligan just now. So
Oh, yes.
do you think he's gonna like choose to keep the Death Bite?
I don't think it's good to keep Death's Bite if we don't have turn 2 play. So, though if you have Armor Smith, I wouldn't mind keeping the Death's Bite because he can probably settle his earlier plays. And wow, that's a really good hand for the warrior. He's got both Armor Smiths, he's a Crow Task, he's using a weapon, and he has a Death's Bite. Plus the Alex for the late game should he need the emergency heal.
I believe he just dealt with a Haunted Creeper and then
Yeah.
now that's the remnant of a Haunted Creeper right there.
And that's a quick
Spider.
shot used by
So the
Rudy.
Hunter has gone through 4 turns already. And the Warrior is still at 30 HP, so I think this match is gonna be pretty one-sided.
Yeah.
Just from this opening alone.
The warrior draws are just extraordinary. He has literally every single card that. I mean,
Yeah.
except for maybe Alex, and you rather a Belcher there, but other than that, he's got both Armor Smiths, a Cruel Task. This is like a really, really strong draw. I don't really see him losing this game.
Losing.
Yeah. Though Rudy may not be playing a Face Hunter, there have been some hybrid versions that actually play Houndmaster and Savannah Highmane as well. So we'll see. Oh, he has a Shield Maiden as well for the turn 6 heal.
Okay, so
That's
I think we're
insane.
gonna see the X run into the 3-2 and then followed up by. Huh. Oh wow,
Wow.
he's gonna avoid taking face damage.
I'm not really a fan of this. I wouldn't mind taking another 3 to secure value. Wow,
he's
that's
gonna take the face
really
damage anyway.
very
Okay.
strange play sequence. Is he gonna attack the thing?
In that
Okay.
case, he probably should have hit the thing first, right? So he gets the armor.
Oh yeah, I think there's
He just wants to
definitely
kite
lost armor out here. He could have attacked the weapon first, definitely. I think he lost out in terms of his play.
Yeah.
I don't even think he really needs to draw cards. If you preserve this board, what can a hunter do to you?
I think this plays a bit into freezing trap, which is not freezing, explosive trap,
Yeah.
which is a bit worrying. But if the hunter had a mad scientist, he probably would have played it already. So this is quite telling, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
And the hunter chooses not to play anything, not even playing the mad scientist. So
He
what do you
goes
think?
for the
of that?
Eagle Horn Board.
And the hero power. Oh, it's very strange, right?
I think
he
he's
wants
trying
to
to
go for
maximize his
a
armor. But he doesn't have the explosive trap, so he cannot really play this way. He has to play minions eventually. He can't bank on just drawing the explosive trap at some point.
He has a mad scientist in hand, and he didn't let
He
go.
could have played that the previous turn and get the trap going for
Or
the
he's
next
gonna
turn.
go for the huge unleash, which is gonna give the warrior a ton of armor actually.
Or not. Or yes, because
It still gives him
procs,
armor.
yeah.
Yeah, it still gives him armor.
He's gonna get 2.
The thing resolves at the end. So
This actually could be slightly dangerous because now he has complete board control. And his Acolyte wouldn't have been so weak if not for his strange Cruel Task play
cruel
earlier.
task play. Yeah, this is a bit weird, but well, he's still at very very healthy.
And he has 10 heal in his hand, he has a weapon, and he has a Slush Belcher. It's still pretty unlosable from this point. But he's gonna have problems dealing with this board right now.
He
What
can
it-
roll actually.
Oh, I
Okay.
wouldn't mind that, yeah. Sure. There's a lot of movement by Silver.
I think he's just fixing the stream.
Some Inception things, stuff going on. I wouldn't really mind the brawl actually. I mean, you could take it to be a little slow, but you have all the time in the world. You have 10 armor worth.
I actually think Brawl is the best play here, just for reasons of the opponent top decking into Iambic Hour. Because if they get an Iambic Hour right here and
You're
you
gonna
play
push
Slash
in
Belcher,
like a lot of damage, yeah.
yeah, that's a lot of damage. So it's very very dangerous to go for this super greedy Slash Belcher, I feel.
Hmm.
Huh. I think the Hunter trading in all his minions is also a sign that he thinks that Brawl is coming. But even though you know, right?
Oh, that's fine because it kind of plays around whirlwind effects as well. Which
But the thing is, can you really be afford to play not to not play greedy at this point? Like,
Uh,
like you have one card left in hand. Even if you do preserve the board, even if you do work around brawl, can you still win? You know?
I feel like it was probably a strong play because he can preserve damage into this turn, and the likelihood of Johnson SYS removing everything that he had the previous turn is quite unlikely. Like for example, the main reason about that play is that he preserves his
Huffer?
huffer, and look at how much huffer he gets 4 in extra this turn. So that's
Well, fair enough,
now he's on 12. So
but given that the board was smaller, right, the warrior could have chosen to actually not play his axe and arm up. The warrior could have should probably actually have just played Doctor Boom. Like
oh sure,
since the board was smaller, like those are things that I think are actually losing the warrior the game.
yeah, he's not choosing not to be proactive instead of
And now his hand is very, very clogged up. He's forced to play Brawl, I feel, definitely. And then Armor Up and Shoe Slam, one of the remaining minions.
oh that's he doesn't have enough mana. Oh, he does. He does have enough mana.
He does,
Yeah,
yes,
that's probably the
exactly
strongest
enough.
play.
Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely the play.
But I think previously playing, I think because you foresee yourself playing Brawl sooner or later, right? So definitely just playing Doctor Boom would be much better in general.
Yeah, definitely.
Like the Knife Juggler isn't so big of a threat. The guy already played most of his minions. You have nothing for him to unleash on. Just doesn't feel. Oh wow, he chooses to go for this really weird
Attack.
X to the face and then execute stuff play.
Oh, there's nothing to execute. It's only a abusive sergeant remainder.
Oh,
So he
right.
chooses to save the shield slam to push damage. I don't really mind that. I mean, there are probably things you can shield slam later instead of using your weapon. So, and your weapon also removes something with his whirlwind. So that's pretty fine. I think this is Alex. You can since you can, you might as well just Alex yourself.
Yeah, you definitely Alex yourself. You're gonna heal for 8. Things are looking really grim. Oh wow.
Oh
Okay,
wow,
wait.
he can go
1,
for.
2,
Should
3,
he
4,
go for
5,
it?
6, 7,
Actually,
8, 9. I think you go for it. You don't have a choice. Like you just kill command and then you.
yeah. He could draw Arcane Golem. I believe that's lethal.
Is it?
3,
3+3.
then 3, 2. Yeah,
Nah,
Arcane
it's
Golem
not.
will
It's
be
not.
lethal.
It's not. It's
Ah,
not.
it is.
Kill command is only kill command is only for that.
No, he's on 9
Can't
now.
play
He
that.
can 3 hero power and then play
Oh right. Yeah,
Arcane
Arcane Golem
Golem.
would have been lethal. Right.
But that's a shame. He goes. I guess the tempo owl is always acceptable, and now the game is just completely out. Though because of the way Johnson played, there was
Small chance you have lost. Yeah,
exactly
small chance.
even though the game was so stacked in his favor from his starting draw. I guess just deciding not to be proactive in the position really cost him. If he just laid the boom down or he brought the turn before, it definitely
Okay,
would have.
this is one thing I want to say actually about kill command. It's one thing I want to say about kill command. Like
Yeah, sure.
recently, because of quick shot, right? There have been people saying that like kill command is not as good as it was before, because kill command is a conditional card, one of the few conditional cards in Hunter that
Yes.
are left in the deck. And that nowadays the way Hunter plays kill command is that you actually let go of it earlier to remove threats like Surge Belcher, because
Yes.
later on in the game, right, you
You
want
still have quick shot.
you still have quick shot to push your damage, and you want your hand to be empty so that quick shot can draw you into something good.
Yes.
Whereas if kill command is there, you don't use it earlier, chances are you're gonna lose value on either quick shot on kill command. It's quite rare to have a beast to play followed up by kill command then quick shot, because that's a lot of mana.
Yeah, that's true.
And face hunters don't really run a lot of beasts to begin with.
And most recent versions have also been cutting haunted creepers. So
Yeah.
definitely.
So that's
I think
basically owls and animal companions and unleash.
yeah. So like if early in the game you can get 5 damage off of value, like on a taunt or something, you probably should do so. That's probably the way the matchup changes as a result of quick shot. There's just so much density of direct damage
Yeah,
in
but
Hunter
either way,
haunts.
yeah, and that's why I actually was playing a deck with Blood Mage Taunos in it, Spell Power and Arcane Shot. It's actually pretty interesting because people play taunts, but taunts don't work against those cards, so they tend to play around the wrong way. Like people think, okay, I'll play such version and I'll not die to Leroy here, and then they just get double Arcane Shotted and then they feel very salty.
That's always the perennial decision, right? When you're playing
Yeah,
any
like, do
deck,
you play
like
a
right now,
taunt or do you
do I
heal?
low
Yeah.
tap or do I taunt or heal or low tap and taunt? That's all. Like that's always the calculus that goes into play. And against your deck, I guess you take advantage of that because generally,
It's a 50-50, right? Either he has kill command or he doesn't, but if you play Taunos Arcane Shot, this stretches the damage a bit more, so...
yep. All right, so we're going another game, and this is Big C with the Shaman. It looks to be a mid-range Shaman playing the new BRM card something
Fireguard
destroyer.
Destroyer.
It's pretty
Ooh.
sick, and against a control warrior, it looks like. What do you think about this matchup?
I think Shaman, classically, Shaman is favored.
Yes.
Incredibly favored. This Shaman deck seems a bit weird. It seems to be a generic mid-range Shaman. But I wonder if there's a special reason into running Fireguard Destroyer over like any generic 4-drop. Or is it just something you wanna like? Is he running
Yeah,
Unbound
look, he's
Elemental?
playing
Lava
Shredder as
Shockwave?
well.
So that's a lot of 4-drops, right? You're running.
Yeah,
So
so the deck could be a lot slow, like not as endgame oriented as the old Shaman without Neptulon or Alakir.
but
Which
Fireguard Destroyer in general is quite sturdy
it
because it
is.
has 6 health for 4-drop. So you don't really need that many late game threats. It also can't
That's
be
true.
BGH,
Well, 75% of the time.
but rolling a 4-6 and costing 5 mana. Well, yeah. I mean, ideally you get a 6-6, right? And you just maul everything in
Yeah,
your
six
path.
six is 6-6 is insane. 7-6, that's when you start to get scared of BGH.
But I would suppose that you run Boom anyway, right? So if he BGHs your 7-6, you don't really care.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And he's playing Neptulon as well, so BGH is not a problem.
He's gonna coin out the Pirated Shredder
I
and the
like this. He
worst.
can follow
He
up
doesn't
with
have an answer.
the Fireguard Destroyer next turn with the Overload.
Oh wow, the war's gonna choose to use them.
Rather than weapon, that's a bit
Um,
strange.
huh. Instead of going for the weapon. Oh wow, and is that a patient assassin I see?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is
it's a
indeed.
patient assassin. Okay.
Well, and it looks like it's going to be munching on something pretty soon.
I would have
Uh,
I would have thought you would have gone for the weapon. Then on the next weapon charge, you can kill the haunted creeper and get rid of the.
yes, I agree. But
Yeah, this is
now,
just really awkward. And the patient assassin is gonna stop me from playing anything. Okay, he rolls a 4-6, which is the lowest possible roll. So definitely not what he wants to see. But look at the warrior's hand right now. He can't play anything.
I
Like
think he has to Belcher. He doesn't have a choice. He has to let the patient assassin eat something so that he can resolve the shield maiden later.
you could wait until you draw a whirlwind, or you could just use your Death Bite and get the whirlwind effect to kill off the patient assassin.
Oh, sure, that's
So he
decent
can
as
hold
well.
on.
He'll be
He
taking
can-
a
he
lot
can-
of damage in this interim period.
It's not that much. I mean, unless you use your X to hit the 4-6.
Oh, he's going
Wow,
face.
he's gonna go for
He's gonna
face.
take probably
Okay,
6
this
next
is
turn.
really weird. Do you play Mana Tide here?
Oh,
Do you
no,
play Arcs?
I think you Argus. Though his positioning is decent, I suppose. Like you can Argus the 4-6 and the 1-1 so that he can't use the Death Bite to clear the 1-2. Is that a bit too greedy? Because
Do
you
you
open yourself up
do, you-
to.
do you do you even want to keep your creepers alive? Are you fine with just letting them die? Like, why not
And
just
protect the
protect
4-6
your
instead, right? No, because like
yeah?
now you're a bit scared of execute. So
And then
if you taunt up the other
that's why
side,
I'm actually in favor of just playing the Mana Tide Totem, because if you play a Mana Tide Totem, then either he kills your
oh wow, you got so lucky with that roll.
oh my gosh, he got a
That's
taunt totem.
insane. That was like 25%
I,
there.
I
And
don't
I think that
this
was
is
probably
like-
the best outcome, like the best
Yeah.
possible situation.
But I think out of all the possible plays, playing the Mana Tide is actually the better play, because if he kills your Mana Tide, right, everything else stays alive. Maybe you get your Fire Guard executed. Next time you're on
Sure.
6 mana. You can still Argus up your Haunted Creeper, right? You can still do stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that. But
true.
and then he doesn't have his AoE effect anymore. And then you have a Haunted Creeper plus Argus turn. And then everything is very safe and very cozy, and all your Haunted Creepers are now 2 HP, and Whirlwind doesn't do anything to your board. You know?
And now the warrior looks like he's gonna be in massive amounts of trouble. He has to just defensively shield maiden here.
It's definitely gonna get removed very easily by Argus.
He's
I
deciding
believe.
whether Belcher or that.
Okay, Belcher. Huh.
You could go for a Defender or Argus Rockbiter. This is definitely
Ooh.
not worth the hex, I don't think.
Not against Control War,
Yeah, definitely not.
for sure.
But
I think you
he-
just Argus and just kill it. I think you just Argus and kill it.
you Argus up the Fire Guard Destroyer.
But are you afraid of Baron Geddon? We have the benefit of caster sight, so we know Celesta has the Baron Geddon, but would you play around Baron Geddon in this situation and just shock it? I don't know.
Probably not. I don't think
Yeah.
that's accurate. Like this is probably better.
So
And
much
yeah, he's-
value, right? So much value.
And it's not like the Baron Geddon's gonna get a lot of value back because the stuff that lives will be able to just straight up trade with the Geddon right now. So it's also a bit awkward to get in.
Oh
But I don't
yeah,
think he has
it
any
is
choice, actually. He has to just do it.
Yeah, it's actually gonna leave everything alive except for the 1/1 totem because the spiders actually multiply. So he has actually more.
Yeah.
The amount of damage on the board actually increases. Yeah, he gets +1 damage. Wait, does he? No. The
Oh
totem.
yeah, the fire guard's a 5/3. Yeah, you can definitely can't play get in here anyway.
So I guess you just war axe into the thing and then you play
What's
nothing.
the 3 drop in his hand on the far right that he just drew? I can't really make it out.
I have no idea, but I would assume it's an acolyte. I would assume it's an acolyte. Okay,
The
okay,
art
so he
does
plays
not
his.
look acolyte-ish, but sure.
Yeah, so for can you show us what's that 3 drop? Ah, it's
Oh, it's
acolyte.
acolyte. Okay.
It's an upside down acolyte, man. You gotta learn how to recognize things
No,
upside down.
I really can't at all. This upside down casting stuff is not really working out for me.
Get on my level, man.
You couldn't recognize it either. Okay, you kind
No,
of
but
guessed.
I say it was an acolyte. You see,
Because you know it's a 3 drop, not because you recognize
okay,
the
you wanna
art.
know my secrets? How I get to Legends Pass every season? I play Hearthstone upside down. Okay, it lets me get into the enemy's head. You know, that I know what he's thinking about. I can see his face before they come. You know, like heart of the cards. Yeah, man. So pro
Heart
tips,
of the card.
pro tips from me right here. So maybe
Play Hearthstone upside down if you want to hit legend.
Yeah, but
Got it here first. HSA.
I'm obviously just like talking shit through my ass. I don't actually play Hearthstone upside down, so please don't try that at home, guys.
So he probably can set up a pretty decent turn next turn. He has to. I don't really like this. I guess it's fine. It's fine to preserve all your 2/1s. You definitely want to preserve the taunt to neutralize the Death's Bite. So
Okay, I find it really weird that he chose not to play Neptulon. Okay, my reasons for this are that with
you
this,
could have run the 2/3 and the 1/1 in. Keep the 200 creepers up and yeah, just play Neptune here.
as in, if the warrior had execute, I believe he would execute your Fire Guard
Yeah.
a long time ago. So the only thing you'll be playing around here is Brawl, I suppose, and that's not a bad play either. But yeah, but this is also another issue. And if you
Here he
play,
gets wiped. Oh man.
and if you play Neptulon, you kind of play around this a bit more.
That's
So,
rough.
I mean,
Oh wow, Harvest Golem.
okay, and the thing about playing Neptulon into Brawl, right, is that Brawl takes up the whole of the Shaman's turn, and Neptulon still draws you 4 Murlocs. So even if you do get your board Brawl, you can still play Murlocs the next turn, and you're not in such a bad position.
And now it looks like the Control Warrior has basically stabilized the game after clearing that humongous board. I think
Yeah.
Neptulon's probably correct to push the edge that you have. And because he has not many minions to play after that, he needed some gas somehow.
Yeah, he's kind of running out of value, especially after the Ganon came down. Cruel Taskmaster's gonna take out the 2/1. Wow, okay, he's not gonna play Shoot Maiden. That's really weird. I would have definitely gone for Shoot Maiden.
I guess this is playing slightly slower. Now you got a Totem Killer on the board. It's not so bad. Ooh, that
It's gonna
is
get killed by
definitely
the Fire
Yep.
Elemental.
I'm pretty sure it's an Elemental here. I think you try and roll a 1/1 to break the taunt as well. Oh, that's
Nice.
really good. Yeah,
Nice,
your weapon
nice.
can't break in.
Oh, Neptulon. Wow, okay.
Neptulon?
Neptulon's fine too because I think he's planning on playing Lightning Storm soon. And since he wrote the 0
Oh,
to
he
go
can
down-
also play Fire Ellie next turn because he's got 6 mana.
Yeah.
Or
Oh wow,
7 mana.
he got 4 charges.
Oh wow, that's pretty
Yeah,
strong.
any idea? Wait, is that lethal?
Two,
Yeah, okay,
two-
he's overloaded. He's overloaded. But if he's not overloaded, that's 2 plus
No, he can't play all
each
4 of
Murloc.
them. So
4 plus 4 plus 2.
So that'll be
That's
3,
10.
3, 2.
10. It's they get
Oh
plus
yeah,
2
4, 4,
plus-
2. Yeah. So that's 10 damage. Wow, that's pretty close to lethal. Impending.
What? Oh wait. If Ragnaros misses, this is lethal.
Oh yeah, it is. Wow.
Yeah, if Ragnaros misses, this is lethal.
What a cruel turn of events. And Ragnaros, that's so much value extracted.
Ragnaros finds his target.
Can
Okay,
you
so, Sylvanas?
Sylvanas here? You have to, right? There's no real way around it. You have to find a way to break through this 8/8. Though you haven't seen a single whirlwind effect, it's a bit greedy. Like you could potentially go double 2-drop Lightning Storm and just like force in 4 damage and dilute your board so there's nothing like extremely
If-
strong for the
With
Rag hit.
Murlocs.
Yeah. with Murlocs.
with Murlocs.
And this is
Two
and
to
this is
one.
probably decent because like this is the probably the only chance you get to get value off your Lightning Storm.
I
So
think you play Sylvanas though.
Sylvanas, really? Okay, sure.
I think you play Sylvanas, yeah, because playing the Lightning Storm overloads you again, which is really annoying, and you kind of want to unleash your Murlocs
All in the same turn, right? To maximize
all at
the
the same time.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I guess that's fine as well.
unleash the Murlocs. You heard it here today, guys. I mean, the warrior has 3 minutes on board, so you play 3 Murlocs to match the number. It's like Hearthstone things you have to do.
Match
Okay,
the exact number of minions your opponent plays. Really?
I'm OCD. Okay, so shield block comes out. Oh man, do you shield slam here? Nah.
I think you do.
Do you shield slam your own rank the most? to, to,
That's probably not the play.
to guard? Oh, where was it? Oh man, it missed us.
Oh, it went
It's
face.
nasty.
He's definitely out of lethal range, so
Oh wow.
wow.
Azure Drake's big. Wow, Azure Drake plus
Wow, I think
Lightning
you
Storm.
Oh no, I think you
Then
Lightning
you trade.
Storm
Then you trade your. Yeah, you Lightning Storm and then you trade your Sylvanas into the
5/5, yeah.
to the
definitely.
5/5 and
The question is whether you want to Drake on the same turn. You can not choose not to Drake because the same effect will happen without the and you basically damage your rag more that way.
does it
So-
actually matter? I mean,
It,
the Warriors
it,
at,
it,
the
it
Warriors
probably
at 14
doesn't.
armor. The Warriors at 14 armor, right? And execute doesn't give a shit about your HP. So, I mean, but it's a minor. It's a very minor thing, I guess.
The play order wouldn't affect the play at all, so this is fine. Yep, you take the rag and then
Because even after Rag hits the Warrior's face, he'll still be at 6 armor, right? So it
Yeah.
doesn't actually matter. Yeah, I guess you just play as a Drake and then heal power.
yeah,
Is he thinking of playing Murlocs? You don't play them now, right? You have to unleash them in one turn, man. There's a certain weird thing. There are some things in Hearthstone which
it's a rule, the
silent,
golden
it's a
rule.
silent rule we wish like everyone agrees on, you know. Okay, so
The
he's gonna
Drake will
play-
get a lot of value. Back to Celeste's hand, it looks like he has answers for this board. He has a shield slam. No, he can just boom and shield slam the rag. That looks pretty decent. And then I think after that we're gonna see a 4/4 trade into the guy and a fire alley take out the rest of the boom.
Are you sure he doesn't have lethal?
Oh, he could have, right? 5.
I think he does. You have Rock Biter now, so you play the 4, and then you play the 2/2s, and then you Rock Biter, and then
5 plus
That's lethal.
4. 5 plus 4, 9.
I
9
can't, I
plus.
can't count. Oh wait, he's overloaded. He's overloaded. I'm stupid. He's overloaded. I'm dumb. He's
You have
overloaded.
lethal anyway?
No, you don't.
Definitely not, yeah.
Definitely not. If he's overloaded, it's definitely not. But if he had 10, it might have been. Yeah, it's 11 plus 5. Actually, he's one off. Yeah, he's one off. Because you play 2/2/2s, that's 4, plus the Murloc deal, that's another 4, plus the Rock Biter, that's 3, that's 11, plus 5 on board.
Yep.
Actually, have been one shot. Yep.
I think
Wow.
you go for here. You threw a 1. Okay, you can play the RNG game, throw the 1/1 in. See, hope it hits a
I
less
actually think you.
4/4 first? Or just
I actually think you just trade in your Drake first, then
And
you ram the 1/1 into a boom bot, and then you just fire elemental it.
fire early, yep. He's thinking of Lothar. That's probably not accurate. You need to clear the 7/7 somehow. I guess you could use the Rock Biter. It's not too bad. But you don't want his
Whoa.
boom bots to stick around.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
If his 1/1 is planning to ram into a boom bot, this play sequence is definitely erroneous.
I think he's gonna Earthshock one
Oh, Shock's fine.
of the 1/1s for sure. Maybe he's just afraid
He
of
didn't.
the face. Maybe because like, oh, for the face, ouch.
Oh, wait a
That
minute.
actually means Grommash
Grommash
kills
is lethal, yeah.
Yeah, Grommash kills him. Ouch. That's.
Maybe he
really
did the
not-
5/5, yeah, because he want to take phase damage. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, does he
Fair
Alex?
enough, but I would have really gone for the Fire Elemental play. So
I think I would as well, yeah. This
maybe I'm a bit greedy, I guess.
Like, what spell are you trying to prevent your opponent from playing, honestly?
Huh.
With 1 minion.
Savannah's 3 health.
I think you
Oh.
just Alex yourself.
Mm,
Why would you Savannah's here? Yeah, BGH, but your guy's gonna get traded off anyway, so kind
yeah.
of weird. It's kind of weird.
Ooh.
Oh, I think you hex this guy for sure. You hex and you fire early,
But-
and then you hit face of 5.
But would you save Hex for something bigger?
You're gonna die in X number of turns because a weapon could just
Okay,
easily.
he chose the
kill.
totem, which means he's definitely gonna Hex, right? You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Then
like I like this. He just runs a 2-1 out. Or
yeah. No, I think you definitely just run off your stupid Murloc
both of them? Nah, I think you just stick to
charger
the 4
guys.
mana one, right? Just throw out the 4 mana one to clear the
Yeah, I
cost.
think the form mana one.
Oh, he
Oh
went for
wow.
both
Okay.
those. This kind of weak to like whirlwind.
Yeah,
But
bro. I think you just play 1-4 because the 4 is a bit clunky to.
yeah. Oh, brawl and the
If you run
brawl's
a,
in the hand. Wow.
um, I
Yeah, you kind of want to
guess
play like two of the 2-1s with a 4
yes, with the 4 on the
anyway.
same turn
Wait, is he not gonna
because
brawl?
he's gonna play the Belcher and Brawl.
That's awkward. Oh wow. It's trying to. This
He's
is.
hovering over it. He's also hovering over it.
I think he
No
realized he
power.
misplayed
Leaving
slightly.
the such Belcher just there is definitely. Yeah, I think you should have brought first before you played the Belcher friend. A Shark's lethal. This is not lethal. Wait, is it?
It's not. I guess this actually plays better, like in the long term, because it's gonna commit more things to the board. But so I think to kind of safely play around brawl here, you throw both 2-1s in and you fire early the remainder, and then you run your 5-5 and play. Do you totem up? You can choose not to totem up. But can you really win this game if you choose to play around brawl?
You
You're
can.
really really
You
low.
can. You're shaman. You can.
That's true.
Okay, wow, he's gonna play everything.
And this is gonna run into brawl for sure. If you're gonna try and push as much damage as he can, he might have.
Oh, wow, the
Enough,
5
right?
5s. He doesn't. He's gonna lose 1 damage from the.
Wait,
He's gonna lose damage from trading in a Murloc. So they become a 4-4. Then 4 plus 5 plus 2, so he'll be 1 shot, right? Not 1 shot. 3 shot.
oh okay, sure. Because if he went for the other sequence and you told me a 1 shot, then he would have a lethal if he attacked with the 5-4 instead of the 5-5. Oh, it's the same outcome.
It's the same outcome, yeah, because you always lose 1 Murloc.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see what. Actually, whatever comes out here, he loses anyway. Right? Elemental plus 2
Oh
damage
wow,
is
that's
the
pretty
minimum. Is,
unlucky.
oh my gosh! The wait, it's still. He needed the. Oh wait, yeah, okay, wait. He avoids lethal for 1 more turn here.
He
Unless
can
what
Alex
Viper
himself
comes out.
eventually though, so I don't think lethal is impending
Do you play
anytime.
Drake? Do you play Drake here?
I think you drink.
It takes a lot of patience.
Foresight,
though.
yeah.
And foresight to play Drake here, but
I guess Ellie's not wrong as well. Definitely not. Here we go. Oh wow, the double execute head.
yeah, we're
no
gonna see
proc.
Alexstrasza for sure. It's really terrible actually.
This game is going pretty top decky and back and forth. Quite.
Shaman has an advantage in this situation though because the totem is a bit more useful.
Yeah.
I think you just trade in your fire element, then you fire lead this guy, and then you totem and you play the. This is how warrior loses to shaman typically. Huh. Oh, I guess he's afraid of dying to a weapon.
So you just go straight for face, maybe,
No, so he wants to play the Belcher out.
and then face.
But I think if you play
This
the
this
Belcher,
might lead to lethal next turn because he couldn't remove the fire early. Like, okay, he wouldn't know that the opponent's hand is so crappy, but oh wow, it looks like it's GG, right? 10
but
health.
I would have gone for like Belcher plus Lightning Storm plus trading in the Fire Elemental. And then you just totem up and you just continue toteming
Yeah.
up. And you eventually just kill the warrior with totems.
Yeah, that's probably the strongest play. Because this lightning storm is never gonna get used, so you might as well have used it in the one position that you could have to eke out that 2 damage.
But I suppose going 6 damage to face straight onto the.
The C is definitely GG.
It's not a bad play, especially if
Yes.
you run something like Elakar. The Zerg also have to dig further, so this is definitely GG here.
With
He
lethal on
executes
board.
too little, too late.
And it looks like the shaman took the game. I feel like
I'm not really surprised at this outcome actually.
definitely, but I think the warrior made many misplays that could have helped the game proceed on better for him than they eventually did. The early use of the shield slam was slightly. Was it this game? It was. right?
Yeah, it was. It
This
was
early
really.
shield slam was slightly.
Yeah, just go for the X, man. The X is so. You mulligan for X, hard mulligan for it in so many matchups because
Yeah.
precisely because you don't mind taking a damage early. Yeah, I think avoiding.
Because you have shield maidens and shield blocks and armor smiths to catch up back later anyway.
Yeah, yep. And Shield Slam is just so much more flexible in the late game. You know for sure
definitely.
that Fiery Warriors is not gonna deliver you that same level of power as it does early on. So you have to make use of it before it kind of peters out and becomes useless like what we
Relevant,
saw.
yeah.
Yeah, before it becomes irrelevant. I really
And
wanted
it's
to
not
see
like the extra mana that he saved did anything for him anyway. All he
Yeah.
did was just armor up one more time, which that's not the good enough reason not to go for the more
And
mana
even
efficient and
if
card efficient play.
even more relevant is the fact that he had Death Spite in hand, so you X on 2, you hit him on 2, you hit it on 3, then turn 4, you hit your Death Spite. Yay, perfect, you know. Yeah, I find it very hard to justify turn 3 arm up and shoe slam. It's just really,
Given the hand he had with
really
so many
awkward.
weapons, he
So
definitely should have
anyway,
taken advantage.
he did somewhat get. Yeah, so I think he did get punished for that play. So there is justice in this world after all.
Yeah.
Um, to be fair, it is an
Such
uphill
a
matchup.
surprising statement. It is like definitely.
Hey, come on, man. There are too many games that I've lost to control while playing as Shaman to like weird RNG brawls and all sorts of rubbish.
Oh
So
yes. We all have been there.
seeing favorite matchups win is always nice to see. But I did want to see a Murloc kill though, so I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't get to see a Murloc kill, especially with the crazy Murlocs.
Especially with that, yeah, the best. That's like a great. That's actually a really, really strong Neptulon pull. Like you could often you get a lot of weird, like useless cards, like I don't know, Grimskill Oracle.
I
And
believe that is the second best Murloc draw because the real best Murloc draw would be the +1/+1 to all other Murlocs, followed up by
Oracle.
2 charges and the legendary. I believe that's the most damage you can get in one turn because
Oh,
the
wow.
+1/+1 gives the rest. You get 3
Yeah.
plus 6, so it's 3 plus 3 plus 6. You get 12. So I believe that's actually the most burst.
I mean, you could always get for value. Like
Am I right?
I
Yeah,
quite,
I think yeah.
I quite like the War Leader when I play my Neptulons as well. It just like buffs all your
War
other
Leader-
cards.
Yeah, but Warrior currently is like 1 turn to develop. I'm talking about like
In the
Top deck.
one turn kill
that
from
1 turn
Neptulon,
kill
yeah.
for Murlocs. So that's what makes your models the most salty, right? So
Oh, that's definitely.
So you have to-
Salt is the most important factor in playing Hearthstone, guys.
of course, why else do you think people play Hearthstone? Like the only reason why I play is to beat Raynet and then go back to his stream and watch the VOD. Why do you think I play to Legend every season?
It's
So-
specifically Raynet.
yeah, like why else would you play Hearthstone, man?
I don't know. Maybe you enjoy the game and like the intellectual challenge. But anyway, I mean, moving into another game here, it looks to be a mech mage against a not sure what kind of druid that is. Probably a typical mid-range combo ram druid.
Given his starting hand, we can tell absolutely nothing about the druid.
Exactly. These are cards that any druid deck would play. We can tell it's not like Hobgoblin. Actually, yeah,
Whoa.
it could be Hobgoblin druid.
Okay, so the Mikhail Go actually threw away the Frostbolt. Even though it's Mech Mage, you are facing against a Druid, and like Druids are well known for things like innovating out Shredder. So I'm not too sure if throwing away the Frostbolt is something that I would do.
I think I would.
You would.
Considering there were no other keeps in your hand, I think you throw away the first one.
Huh, okay, fair enough.
Like you want a curve, right? And if you like don't play anything turn 1, you don't play anything turn 2, it's very hard to win this matchup.
Yeah,
So and he results a hand that's probably all the stronger for it. I quite like the way this one looks.
Mad
Best
Scientist,
scientist,
is
yes, it's very, very important.
But we know it'll be answered
By a keeper,
by the
right?
keeper, right? So, yep, so things are not that good after all. Oh, it's no money actually decides to keep all of the cards in his hand. What do you think about keeping the Druid of the Claw? I think that's kind of weird actually.
I don't like it considering you don't really know what kind of mage you're playing against. And firstly, against Mech Mage is a bit too slow. Against Freeze Mage, you definitely wouldn't keep it. You want to find your ramp to accelerate other things out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like he has any semblance of a curve with this hand. Even with the Innovate, the curve starts at turn 3. So it's like that's not worth keeping these cards for. I think you probably keep the Keeper. It's
Yeah,
it's
Keeper's a universal keep in every matchup. So
not against Warrior, I don't think.
no, I think you keep Keeper against Warrior too.
I would rather ramp. Oh, it's definitely not a keep against Druid, right? Like against Druid, you just want your wild growths and you innovate. The keeper doesn't really.
Okay, yeah,
feel
okay.
anything.
In the mirror, you mulligan. In the mirror, you mulligan everything except for wild growth. If you have
And
two
innovate.
innovates, you mulligan and innovate. No, I'm not kidding. If you have two innovates, you mulligan and innovate. So yeah, but yeah, okay. I guess against Warrior as well, Keeper is kind of meh. But it's not that bad either because there has been a rise of Patron Warriors on ladder.
Oh, true. Yes.
So Keeper does help a lot in that matchup. You can silence the unstable go and prevent him from setting up that stupid, ridiculous wombo combo. I'm gonna kill you in one turn.
definitely.
So I think it's no money DC
Nah, some
or mismatch, is it? It's a
Probably.
miscommunication from the Indonesian side. So Mikhail Go will have to part with his really nice looking hand. Salt. I can already feel the salt over here.
I actually like. Did he throw a mirror entity? I think against. He did throw a mirror entity, right?
I don't think you keep Mirror Entity though, because Mad Scientist is just so much better.
Sure, but you have to find a way to proc it. And against Druid, sometimes Mirror Entity turn 3 is just strong enough on its own. It just stops a lot of plays. The only thing that really, the only two cards that really like, that are universal Druid cards that you would be kind of upset about and you wouldn't get value from Mirror Entity
Zombie
is
Child.
Keeper of the Grove. No, so I wouldn't count Zombie Child as a universal uh, Druid card. But say Keeper of the Grove is one of them because like a 2/4, and then he has a 2/4, and the 2/4 doesn't really do anything. And the other one is Druid of the Claw charging into itself, but even that is fine because you just threw a 5-drop to deal with your 3 mana card. And Chow, I guess, for certain Druid lists. Other than that, everything
Certain
else is.
Druid list. I think every Druid list runs at least one Chow.
Uh,
Some run two, but most run one.
I don't think so. It depends on the player. It's not, I don't believe it's universal. Like I'm very sure there are Druid decks that don't play.
Okay, it's not that universal, but it's pretty freaking common.
Yeah, fair. It is common.
Okay,
It
so
keeps the Snow Chugger. Oh, he's playing
so
Arcane
it's,
Intellect
so
in
it's
his
Shaman against
Mage.
Mage, yeah, and Mikhail hand is a lot worse than it was. Ooh, Unstable Portal.
He's playing like a cool, techy looking Mage though.
I believe this is the Sorcerer's Apprentice version.
Oh yeah.
So they cut out
Mana Worm as well, right? Probably.
yes, but I think they cut out stuff like they cut out some 3 drops, they cut out some 4 drops, and they cut out some late game as well. But Unstable Portal is late game anyway, so
Yeah.
no issues there, right? Unstable Portal is gonna give you
Oh wow, that's so bad. He has
Whoa.
both the secrets in his hand. Every Mad Scientist is gonna be terrible.
Oh my god,
So here,
I wanna see 2 Mad Scientist top decks.
will you Snow Chugger here? I think I would Snow Chugger.
Uh,
Even though we know it plays straight into the Flame Tongue Totem, but it still feels correct. Like not developing anything on turn 2 against Shaman feels kinda awkward and wrong. Yeah, he's gonna go for it. And he can weave in the Unstable Portal in later turns anyway. Looking from his hand, it's not like he's gonna have much to do. So,
oh man, this is so nasty.
yeah, it's just a blowout. I think we can pack our bags. This game's pretty much
Come-
over. This one.
That has been like the storyline of oh wow, actually not really. Mana Worm into Unstable Portal. I hope he gets something like Unstable Goal and then that clears up all the 3/1s.
But even, oh yeah, Unstable Ghoul will be pretty clutch.
What's that?
Felguard!
Do you play the Felguard?
I would play it. I would definitely play it.
And then lose the mana crystal?
I think he-
Really?
Yeah, why not? Like you can have 3 drops next turn. Like you protect your mana worm, which is the most important thing. And next turn you can play a mirror entity which then procs your mana worm once further to clear the flame town totem. It definitely was pretty strong.
Oh, and then he plays it now. No, you can't play it now. If you want to play, you play it earlier, man. Oh my gosh, this is so weak. Mikhail, go. What are you doing? What are you doing?
That's
No,
just pretty
it doesn't
terrible.
it doesn't make sense. Like I think you're right actually, because if you play the Felguard, then you can play a mirror entity. You're already moving on to like turn 4, so the Shaman
Yeah.
isn't gonna have anything big to play. But
And and you proc your mana worm and you protect it because the mana worm dies straight up to a 3/1 buff by the flame town. And your 3/3 mana worm can clear a flame town. Like it just
Yeah,
feels like a pretty strong play. But I guess now things
Whoa.
go downhill.
Oh, okay. So he actually rolled a +2 on the Fire Guard, making it a 5/6.
And against Freeze Mage, against a Mech Mage, there's no BGH in this deck, so
Yeah,
that's
well,
the best.
Fire
Oh,
Guard
wait.
Destroyer actually seems to be the surprise value card of this expansion. I didn't
Yeah, I
expect it to be
agree.
so strong.
I agree, I didn't think it would be as
But
good
it
as
kind of feels like a Hungry Dragon without a setback. Because it's like if you give your opponent, would you rather give your opponent a 1 mana minion or you take a 1 mana hit yourself? I think it's far easier to work around a 1 mana hit yourself because you can plan your turns in advance.
Oh, yeah.
You play a 5 Guard Destroyer, then you play another 4-drop. Then you just don't play so many 5 drops in your deck, right? You
Yeah.
only play a Zerjix, maybe you cut 1 Belcher, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I think that's why we're seeing the resurgence of Shaman, like over the past, like the whole of today whenever I queue on
Over
that, I
the
just face
past-
a lot of Shaman.
Over the past, you mean like since yesterday?
There's a lot of
It
Hearthstone going
It
down. there.
hasn't even been 24 hours.
Dude,
How much
faced-
Hearthstone have you been playing?
Let's just say like I face Shaman far more frequently now than
Far
like,
more frequently,
this morning,
meaning
no,
you
just-
actually face Shaman.
No, there are. It was one every 4 to 5 games. I think everyone's just very excited by
The new card,
by
right?
Flame Destroyer. Yeah, it is great. It's honestly a really solid 4-drop.
Yeah, I think it's really cool, but personally, I don't think it's enough to bring Shaman back into the game, like just by itself. Shaman has bigger problems than not having a 4 drop, but it's a start. It's a start for sure.
Mm-hmm. And this looks pretty terrible for Miko. I don't really see him coming back from this. He doesn't even have any, like the normal way that Mech Mages win when they lose bot control very early is by cheating, basically, with the what do you call it? Like they somehow sneak a spare part somewhere. They happen to roll the stealth and it just wait for the Ender Niners. That's typically the way they win this kind of games. But he has no spare parts in his hand. He's got both the secrets. There's no minutes to play. This is
And
really
It's
really
No Money
terrible.
has the mana tide to play. He has the mana tide to play around the mirror entity. So mirror entity is not gonna do him any work here at
Oh
all.
yeah,
Yeah, so
definitely.
he can play around he can play around mirror entity for 2 turns actually, with both mana tide and Argus, denying Mikkel Go any sort of value. So I think the right play here is just to Frostbolt face and escape concede.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
rather unfortunate to draw both secrets. And his starting draw was
pretty terrible.
not strong enough. Yeah,
Yeah, and the
it's a
first
shame.
game too, his draw was really good. So
It
so
was right. Yeah, salt indeed. So look, wait. So out of the 2 games you've seen so far, how many games have Singaporeans played? Have won. Sorry.
Singapore is up 2 to Indo's 1. So we're still ahead.
Sure. So this is the first Indonesian win then. This
Yep, yep. I
okay.
actually wanted to see Flame Waker come from Mikkel Go because I was experimenting a bit with a mech build with more spare parts and Flame Waker. Basically the Toshli build, but
Sure.
with Flame Waker instead. But I obviously suck at Mech Mage, so it didn't go very well.
Is it
So
Flame Waker or Flame Walker?
Flame Waker.
It's Waker? Oh, okay.
It's a
Cool.
Waker. It wakes
The
stuff.
flames, yeah.
I guess. I mean, I have no idea, man.
Is it cooler to wake flames, like wake the flames up, or is it cooler to walk on flames? Both are pretty badass, I have to say.
But people in real life walk on flames already. Have you never been to India?
I actually haven't been to India.
Neither have I, but I was just saying that. Anyway, the point is people actually do walk on flames. So I guess it's not
Fair
such a
enough.
big deal, right? But has anyone actually wakened a flame?
Have you read any comic books?
Not once where people wake flames. So
What?
not
Like,
once. Not once where
X-Men?
flames.
Come on, man.
Not once where flames are sleeping. So there you go.
I think we're getting a bit too technical here. Let's hope we've got another game to get into before we like lose our minds from our
From waking.
ramblings.
Okay, so yeah, but I really wanted to see Flame Waker, Walker, Flame, do something to the flame.
The flame wanker is what it is, I think. Probably.
Whoa, whoa.
The best name. Flame wanker, best name.
And then when you cast a spell, he shoots out those 2 little bolts, right? Ooh.
Oh god!
Cannot
Whoa,
unsee.
whoa, whoa, okay, now that's going way too far.
Cannot unsee. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
grossness.
but it actually is a pretty strong card. I feel. It's basically a keeper of the growth if you play a spell, and spare parts actually free if you play Sorcerer's Apprentice. So you can get quite a ridiculous amount of value from the Flame Waker.
Sure.
Like that's,
I could see the card being picked up by more aggressive decks, definitely.
that's actually how I beat Chromagus in the Heroic BRM challenge. Yeah, I played a Flame Waker Sorcerer's Apprentice questing adventure deck, and then I made all my spells cost 1 mana from 3, and then I just cast a whole bunch of things, and my questing adventure became like 15/15 and one-shotted him.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I don't even bother with the heroics really. I really couldn't be invested to put
I
it
don't
on.
bother because I take too long because I'm so scrub and I can't make decks and I only play net decks like the scrub I am. So that was translated yours truly.
I mean, if I really wanted to, I could net deck a heroic beating one as well, but
But the fun is not in net decking, right? I mean,
definitely,
okay.
yeah.
Aside from beating Raynet, right, and rewatching the VODs on stream, other things I find fun in Hearthstone is beating heroic AI. Genuinely speaking, right? I actually think that heroic AI is one of like the best parts of the game because ladder can be quite grindy and boring, right? But heroic AI provides like a puzzle kind of challenge,
Oh,
which is a
true,
different kind of
true.
thing. You know, so maybe you
Okay.
should get off your net decking ass and go try one of them later on or something.
Or I should just become a professional arena player.
Prof-
That seems like a
like
decent.
Karen, do you have your
career
OJ? Do you have your OJ with you?
Like a bottle and just like drink out of. I need to
Bottle.
like eat on stream while muting my mic and just keep pointing
Yeah,
thumbs up
man.
and stuff. Okay, looks like getting another game. It'll be Druid versus Druid, Tomato Noob on I believe the Singapore side against Danu7. And wow, my new favorite card in Druid, Druid of the Flame is in this deck. I'm so happy. That is a pretty terrible hand. I didn't like his Druid of the actually yeah, I would throw Druid of the Flame this matchup, so he didn't really do anything wrong. Both players' hands are really slow. The difference being that
One guy has an innovate coin though, so he can play something on turn 4.
but Tomato no picked up an innovate, so
And
things are
and he can innovate Thorazan.
yeah, 1,000.
But then after that, he still can't play anything because Boom will cost 6 and he will only be on
He'll
5.
probably draw a 5 drop and the
Huh?
boom comes out earlier, so things will move along. And the trade hero powers as per these are the bad druid games where hero
Nature
powers are traded.
fires against you. So, yeah, they're gonna just hero power each other, shift here and there. But that I believe Daniel 7 is an advantage here because his druid is golden. What do you think about that advantage?
Oh definitely. Say oh wow.
Okay, wow, we combo
I was
with
gonna
it.
banter more, but recombobulator in a druid deck, that's really something new.
It's actually not that strange because I have played Recom Druid before.
What's the rationale?
The classic Recom Druid plays what's that 4-2 charger guy? Argon Commander, yes. You play Argon Commander.
And
what
then you
do is,
recommit.
yeah, and then you recommit, and then you get sick value. Sick value, bros.
Oh that's quite sick.
Yeah, and the rationale is that stuff like Keeper of the Grove and Ancient of Laws usually we come to something of higher value.
Sure.
I stopped playing it not because the deck was bad, but because I recommed my Ancient of Law into Baron Ganon way too many times, and then it just killed my recombinator, and I feel very sad, so I just stopped playing the deck. No, as in that seriously does happen way too often because there aren't that many 7-drops.
7 drops, yeah.
You get like War Golem, you get like Doctor Boom, a vanilla Doctor Boom, and then you get Ancient of War, which comes out as a 5/5, so you don't get any extra stats.
But as a 7 drop, basically there's nothing that's lousier than, right? So it's actually pretty decent value.
Let me give it a check. Hold on.
Wait, Recom taps into other 5 drops as well. Other 7 drops as well, right? Like from other classes.
Yep. So you can
Whoa, wait,
other-
what? What did he...
get cards.
I guess he's just really afraid of the Tarusian value.
I think this is a good play actually. Like you have to kill Tarzan. Like
Yeah,
more than one turn
definitely.
is. Yeah.
It's way too much, yeah.
Yep. Okay. So other 7 drops you can get. You can get Ancient of War. You can get Antonidas. Okay, you win if you get
wow.
Antonidas. You can get Baron Ganon, which basically makes you very sad because it kills off your recombinator.
Yeah.
You can get Core Hound, which is it's okay, but Doctor Boom.
Oh
is
wow, you went
just
5-2. That
bigger-
takes guts, man. That really does take guts. They
I
get
guess-
5-2 against
I
Druid.
guess you just saw a Wrath and a Swipe, so you don't really think.
No, it's Keeper. The Keeper's the one that's the
No,
nightmare.
but do you really fear a keeper that much? Like yeah, Savannah's in hand right now. Like is getting your 5-2 keeper really that much of a loss?
That's true. Fair enough.
This game is gonna go on for fairly long, and you know you have a board advantage at this point because he has to play. He has to respond. Whoa, the MC tag. Oh my
sick
gosh!
value, son. Oh wow, that's insane.
Sorry.
He did. Yeah.
But I think Daniel 7 definitely misplayed here because he did not emote the nature will rise against you. Yeah, clearly an inexperienced
Hard display.
Druid player. Wow, did he just get like... He can swipe and rough, which will cleanly clear the board.
They can't do anything else on the same turn. Oh wow, BM. We see
Yeah,
that.
okay, wow.
Indonesian BM.
Yep. No, as in this is well played by Daniel 7. You have to BM after you
Yeah,
you
definitely.
MC tag the boom, man. That's like killing the 7/7 and getting one of your own. It's like playing a War Golem and a BGH. Something like that. So it's about like 7 mana swing, 10 mana swing, maybe.
Chooses not to clear.
Whoa, Chromagus. Golden Chromagus.
Wow. I don't even know what to say. These guys have come prepared for this series.
Oh,
Oh,
my
I'd like to
gosh.
say.
What will he get? Icy back. Oh! Oh! I was just whining about it.
Oh man.
I said it like 3 times, right? This
Yeah.
is I stopped playing this deck. This is why I stopped playing this deck. This happens way too often.
I guess the RNG equalized, right? The value he got from the boom trading off for the value he's losing
In
this
the new
game.
BI meta, right? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16 minions, right? You can 17 if you include the ancient law itself. That's 17 minions, right? You can recall something into. So he had a 1 in 17 there to get the Baron Geddon. That's slightly higher than 5%. It's like 7%, I
Yep.
guess. Oh my gosh, so
But
he
as we all know with Hearthstone, the things that screw you over are never the odds that they appear. It's always higher. So it's like when you play, like you have 3 lousy minions and a boom, and he plays MC tag, it's like 50% to take the boom rather than 5. It's all,
when
that's just the way the game
when
is.
it's against you, right?
That's how I feel anyway.
Oh wow, okay, wow. He didn't go for the swipe plus Druid of the Claw
This
play.
is decent. Like he can land a threat distance by just choosing to take more damage, which is pretty fine. I think I would actually Sylvanas. I wouldn't play the 5-4-6.
No, as in he could have just swiped instead of going for Wrath and hero power. But I guess he wants to preserve his swipe, so
Oh sure.
this
Oh, he
is
can't play Sylvanas because they have no mana. What am I saying?
no, not
Make
Sylvanas.
Bearcat.
Druid of the
Wow.
Claw. He could play Druid of the Claw if he swiped.
This is such a techie deck. He just raw play, like nothing happened to cause that. He just has a
Yeah,
Mac
just as
Bearcat
a
in his deck.
Bearcat. I guess it's to bait out BGH. He does have a Kel'Thuzad in hand, right now, the A drop. I believe
Yeah.
there's a Kel'Thuzad. So I think we're gonna see Cromagus. I think playing the Wrath as a tree and preserving the swipe is quite a good play because swipe is a bit more flexible. And
That's true.
even though I was talking about using swipe to clear and then keeping the Wrath, I guess if you have Cromagus in hand, right? Like, okay, the reason why I felt that you should save your Wrath is that if you swipe and then you play Cromagus this turn, next turn if you Wrath for 1, you draw 2 cards from the Wrath, cycling the Wrath. Right? You get Cromagus value, boys.
That would be, yeah, that's true.
So that's the reason why I felt that he should have played the Wrath. He should have valued the swipe over the Wrath in this specific scenario, but only in this scenario specifically because he does have the Cromagus.
Double Sludge Belcher Sun. Oh
Okay,
man, Cromagus is
another
dead.
thing I want to say is that if he kept the Wrath, he could have killed his Sylvanas on this turn because the Wrath was already 1 mana from the Tarizan. So he could Sylvanas, keep his own Sylvanas, and then Wrath it for 3, and then he would steal something.
How do you think of play this turn? I think.
It's double Belcher, come on.
Is it really?
It's double Belcher. You don't play anything. He showed that he had no answer to Cromagus the previous turn. Why would he have an answer to
But
double
is his
Belcher
board threatening
and-
enough to want to answer? Potentially, right?
to want to what?
His board looks threatening enough to merit an answer.
Okay, I guess Keeper plus Belcher isn't that bad, but
Yeah.
double Belcher is pretty damn fine as well. Whatever you do, you definitely play a taunt. And
Yes,
if you're gonna
you
play a taunt, you play Belcher over Druid of the Claw. So I think
Yes,
Belcher
definitely.
is definitely a play here. Yep. Okay.
Do you attack? No, you don't.
No way, man. No way, man. You just,
Get blown
just
up by the Wrath.
just- how much value is he gonna get off that Cromagus? This is really sick, guys. Yeah, he should have kept the Wrath, man. He can cycle it immediately and drawn more cards. More cards.
Take 7. La la la.
Huh. Lower tap.
Is that the best option? Yes.
Ooh, actually, lower tap is actually fantastic here, you know, because he has 2 time rewinders in hand. So he can play lower tap, trade into something, time rewinder it, play lower tap again.
Oh, yeah,
and just
that's true.
keep doing this, and that you will never play your spells.
That's really true. Wow. Double time reminder. That make Bearcat doing some work.
Oh, but actually, I think he wanted to get a +1 attack spare part. Then he could use it on the Cromagus and then BGH it.
Does he have BGH in his hand?
Yeah, the 3 drop is a BGH.
Oh, okay.
You don't play enough upside down
Definitely
on
not.
Hearthstone.
Wait. What's he doing? He's playing straight into Tomato Noob's hands because Tomato Noob is going to top deck the MC tag. Oh!
Oh!
Double scenarios?
Oh
Is
my
this the
gosh.
real life? I think you just like +2 and just go all in.
You +2? Okay, actually, I don't even know what you play here because anything you play is a winning play.
Yeah, it's insane. I think you +2.
No,
You can break the taunts.
No, like, how can you actually lose from this position? Like, no, I think whatever you do, you don't attack with Cromagus. Like,
No, I think. Oh, really? I think you +2 and just.
Hey,
I think you've gotten enough out of Chromagus. Now you need to use the fact that it's in 6-8 to get like face like combat value.
but look at him now. He dies to like Wrath and Swipe. And then
Yeah, it dies, but you got another scenarios in your hand. You got an extra Belcher, like, and now you have an 8-5 to deal with. Like,
But we
Apart,
don't
apart
know.
from drawing cards value, the fact that it's a 6/8 is like a humongous body kind of value that you want to be making use of as well.
Yeah,
Definitely.
but we know we're gonna see the BGH come out. That's why I felt that actually playing the 2-2 is better. You deny the BGH value. Like what we're gonna see right now is BGH followed up by Ancient of Law, I believe. Or Lower Tap maybe. Oh, Senjin. Huh.
I think the way that Danu 7 comes back in this game is where he finds a good bot to counter Zard. But it does not look to be coming anytime soon, especially since he's getting his bot cleared turn after turn after turn.
If he was gonna wild growth, he really should have done it earlier.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not sure if he
The
has.
Senjin is not even like the best possible
I'm
card.
not sure if he has anything which matters in his deck, but.
Oh, there's so many choices. You just scenarios again. You saw one BGH. I mean, you don't have to. I guess you can go for the swipe.
Swipe
It's
does
like a bit of
clear
a
the
waste of
board.
the swipe.
Swipe does clear the board really nicely. I don't
It's a
know.
bit dirty. It feels a bit dirty to throw your 4/4 into
keeper,
a.
right?
Yeah.
No, but you can throw it against the scenarios and then you can swipe the 4-2. It's actually the same thing actually, yeah.
It's still a little dirty. Like it's not clean. But I guess like he's so far ahead that it doesn't really matter what he does.
You could swipe face and then hero power the 4-2 to get maximum value.
Oh yeah, you could do that. But I guess like you don't want to do that. You want to be playing around combos since you're so ahead. Just take as few risks as possible.
Fair enough. Okay, so we're finally seeing one of the possibly 3 Belchers in this deck.
Wait, what? Yeah, Belcher definitely.
Well, yeah, Belcher. You definitely bet Belcher. So Tomato Noob here showing his proficiency with Druid, choosing to play the Belcher over the Druid of the Claw.
I'm loving the golden scenarios. It looks so swag. Look at it. With flowing.
Actually, only one scenario is golden. Isn't that strange? No,
Yeah,
wait.
you're right.
Why does he have another scenario in his hand? No, wait.
It was Chromiga's draw.
Oh, right. But only one scenario
Yeah, why?
is golden when Chromigas. Because his Chromigas was
golden.
was golden.
Yeah,
Because
that's
his
the
Chromigas
reason.
was golden. So his Chromigas draws him golden cards. Okay. Now we understand Chromigas mechanics.
Is he gonna charge?
I
And
think
just like
does it even
go-
matter? Does it even matter? Like look at man.
This is crazy.
Poison seed starfall maybe.
You
Poison
laugh. I was trying that out for really like a few days ago in a Ram Druid designed to like beat aggro decks and have some kind of a semblance of a plan against the control decks with its Poison Seed Starfall plan.
I have this thing.
After 5 games I cut Poison Seeds, I just kept the Starfall. And eventually I just dropped the whole deck. It's just not
I have this card, right, which I really like, which is basically Poison Seed Starfall. That's the same thing. Leaves a 12/12 body and costs 1 extra mana. It's called Death.
You don't discard your entire hand. That's the difference between Poison Seed
If
Starfall.
you're reduced to playing Poison Seed Starfall, you basically are in a situation where you'd rather discard your entire hand anyway. So,
Well. Anyway, Tomato Noob just sealed that game. That was insane.
yeah, Chromagus
value.
was very sick. Yeah, very sick. Though I still think that buffing with Scenarios was a mistake. I would really just have gone for 2 more 2/2s. I mean, Druids have a tough time dealing with 2 health minions anyway. Swipe only does 1. So, and like you stay out BGH range, so
Nah, but my opinion leans the other way. I think you want to use the Chromagus for its.
I say you can
body
still trade.
type.
You can still trade. But you run the Chromagus into a 2/2, then you run the your keeper into a 2/2, and then you just leave your slime alone.
And then you have a
place-
5/10. You had a 5/10, right?
Then you have a 5/8 and no, then you
No,
have a 5/8.
he has a 5/10. The opponent.
A
Danu
5/7.
7.
5/7. It's a 5/7.
Sure,
Wow.
sure.
And then you play 2 more 2/2s with your scenarios, right? Then you have a 5/8 and a 2/2 and a 2/2 and a 1/2 and a 2/2 and a 6/6, which is not BGHable and pretty damn insane when you play your other scenarios next turn.
That's true. Okay. I guess
So-
he went for the more straightforward play to secure value immediately rather than for the.
And then you get BGH. So yeah.
I think even with the BGH, there was no possible way you could have lost that game.
Huh.
Yeah.
Tarzan into Force for Innovate, I guess.
He Tarzan earlier.
Alright, okay.
Wait,
Then,
no. It was
didn't,
no.
yeah.
He didn't Tarzan. It was
That was
Tomato
Tomato
Noob
Noob.
Tarzan.
Yeah. So he could have Tarzan with double Force and double Brawl in his hand, and then he
Yeah,
could
like
have innovated out.
85 million tons. So that's definitely not the fear with the double sludge belcher.
Okay, fine. You win. Okay, you win. Are you happy now?
You just concede an argument to me. This is a glorious day. I need to like write this down. The
Nah,
first time ever.
I think you're right. Like at that point, he was too far ahead in value, but getting your Chromagus BGH to me just feels generally bad. Okay, like even if you don't get immediate value off a Chromagus, a 6/6 is very hard for a druid to deal with. He's gonna need something like Swipe plus Keeper, and if he invests that much into his turn, right, into removing your 6/6 Chromagus, you still have your scenarios and your 2/2/2s. So I feel in that position, even if he does kill a Chromagus, you're forcing him, right, to have those cards rather than having BGH, which I feel that
It's just
he's
one card.
almost
Yeah,
certain to have after the game has gone on for so long and everybody wants BGH anyway.
that's true. I
So so that's my opinion. I would rather force him to remove Chromagus in a very awkward way rather than give him an easy removal.
I think both plays are defensible. I can see why you would go for the 2/2s. It's just more valuable in the long run of the game.
And if Chromagus doesn't die, you draw another 2 cards. So.
Another two. Yeah.
Not like you need them with your freaking 3 Belchers and 2 Sonaruses and whatever. Yeah. Does this mean you can actually force raw combo now? How much damage is that?
Hypothetically,
No wait, actually it kind of like peters off because you already have
7 minions on
7
the board.
3-ends on the board. 7
So
3-ends,
if
yeah.
force,
With force. No, with force, raw. With 3 raws, right? Because you need 1 more. You could just play like.
wait, what? Why do you just name like? So haven't we established that force is like that's all you need, and then after that it's when.
No, but it's all about the overkill, right? So you can
But you
BM
don't have enough slots to
so you
use
can
all.
BM Raynet even more on stream. So he can be even more salty.
No, but no, that's not true.
You don't want to make him just go like, I hate this game. You want him to like say, I've had enough for today and close his stream, man. That's the level of salt you want.
I realize the player who like if you have drawn so many cards off Comagus and you have had a Taurusen on for so long that you can like play so many of these cards, he would have conceded way before that, even before the game ends. Even if you were just toying with him and dragging the game along, he would have conceded because he's that kind of player. But anyway, we're going to another game. It's Frico versus Garuna Muda. It looks to be a Pally versus Rope. The big question is this Dragon Pally, and I don't think so.
I see a
What the
Gadget Stand auction here. Wow, that's a really. It's a card I haven't seen in a while. And a BGH as well.
Oh, that's a BGH, okay.
Yeah, a BGH and a Gadget Stand. So this seems to be a very techy or rope.
Yeah, it looks quite techy. I can understand BGH. I guess normally gadgets that people use to replace a sprint. I'm not a fan of that, but we'll just see how this game plays out. Frico is a pretty decent hand. I think he really wants a piloted shredder at some point, but before turn 4. The anti-Cubot's quite useful against this deck, and he has a ton for 5, so that's okay.
Yep.
He also kind of wants a true silver champion to clear the Azurdric at some point.
Yeah, BGH definitely not a card he's looking for.
Definitely not.
But
will you just run it out turn 2? Turn 3?
I'm not too sure I would just backstab this guy here because you kind of want something to activate your SI7 and you don't really want to like coin.
Yeah, you can just coin SI, right?
No, because he daggered. So you
Oh,
can't
sure.
coin SI.
Yeah.
Unless he doesn't want to dagger up.
Nah, he had to dagger up to fully clear the guy anyway, so.
I think he can afford to take 1 turn of damage, but he did top that into another backstab anyway, so it hardly matters. I think here you actually just throw down your SI7, but he chooses.
Do you think that Pico should just BGH that? Turn? A bit risky, right? Because like you put it down to kind of.
Nah, people do play boom, but I think Garuda Muda should have played his SI7.
Yeah. Rather than weaponing up.
Yeah, rather than weaponing up.
Yeah, I think so as well.
You might be playing the true silver, but it's probably just better in the long run. You need some semblance of board, and you're already encroaching on the gadget stand turn. So
would you weapon up here? I definitely wouldn't weapon up. I would just play the SI. Since he has a weapon anyway.
But if you didn't play the SI previously, you would play the SI now. I see you wouldn't play the SI now, right? You have to be consistent.
Again, you also have to admit your mistakes when you make them. But anyway,
Okay, so,
keeping one of the SI leads to this pretty sweet SI agent clear where you can backstep deadly poison and then SI the remainder. So I guess Garuda Buddha was right in the long term.
Not really though, because if
Wait,
you
what?
he's not gonna even use his daily poison.
I don't like that.
He wants to save it for Gadget-san, I suppose, to cycle through more cards.
Oh, that's. Well, that's true. It's like it's not straightforward oil rope because you got a gadget that you want to play with. Fair enough. Do you think it plays conceal? Probably not, right? That's just too
Actually,
many
that doesn't make any sense at all. Because if he wanted to cycle Gadget-san, he might as well have just played his daily poison, took 3 face damage, play his SI7, and then save the backstep for cycling. Because backstep is free.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Huh.
And we go into a forced play. He kind of needed to play that in this position. Kind of unfortunate, but that's the way Pally is against oil rope. It's pretty difficult to win because any semblance of board that you give the rope can suddenly turn into a lot of damage, and that fear is always there when you're playing the Pally.
Yeah,
And
his
if you just
board,
don't have the perfect draw, you don't have the true swivel when you need it, you don't have the master when you need it, you don't have the fighter shredder on turn 4 when
oh
you
my
need it,
gosh.
the game's gonna be pretty difficult. Oh wow. Okay, this is not really oil rope then. Oh,
But
that's the plan. He plans to draw 6 million cards. Okay, said auctioneer.
he'll probably mill himself if he does that.
Yeah, that's true. Not, would he? Yeah, he would.
You definitely. Come on, people were milling themselves with Oro back when we were playing Fan of Knives and Shields.
Overkill, boys. So what can he do here?
I guess he just Hero Power Master. And then
2 or 3 tweets or 1-2 and call it a day. But then
Yep.
you're kind of afraid of. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I guess the concern is a what do you call it? Fan of knives with the Azurdric power up and everything. But I don't think you have an option to play around. You need to find a way to get a board right now. And if you don't, if he has it, he just has it. There's no reason not to do it in this position.
this is also the most efficient use of mana. So I
Oh,
actually.
you go for the greed play.
Oh, wow. What?
That's reasonable. This is like a very very greedy play. He get a hit. It's a 50-50 to clear.
Oh,
Nice,
wow.
he got it. It paid off. I respect that. I may not.
Still. Okay, guys, we're gonna see some Gadget-san shenanigans.
Do you think he Chromagus Shadow Step the Chromagus? Play it for cheaper the following turn. And then like draw a bunch of cards of Gadgetzan.
You don't need that
Combo
many
with
cards.
Geomancer.
You don't need that many cards, come on.
Oh, that's true.
Like next time he's gonna play Chromagus and he's gonna coin. And then he's gonna get like
This is kind of an awkward turn for Trico, as every other turn has been.
I think
It's not really much for him to
you
do.
just no, you don't lay on hands, no.
You can't lay, yeah.
Okay, and this is another reason why I prefer actually playing the hero power and then using a quartermaster. Because if he doesn't kill your board immediately, right? You just token again and play another quartermaster and then
Oh,
he
yeah.
just loses on the spot. Whereas now you're kind of reduced into token plus
Mini board.
I mean no, you have to token and play quartermaster. Like everything else is kinda weak. Or do you just play 4 minions and can he play 4 minions? BGH, Zombie Gel, Divine Mini Bot and Hero Power and hope that
There's no Blade Flurry after this Gadget Zen is sitting
I hope that no, and you hope that the 4 daggers land on the Gadget Sun auctioneer. 50, 25, 12.5,
is he gonna do it?
6.25. Oh my
Going
gosh.
for it, oh wow.
He's going for it.
He missed the first one.
RNG boys. Yeah, he missed the first one.
I think he's going for as much damage as he possibly can. Like on board. I quite like this. He chooses not to play. Yep, this is reasonable. Oh, and the Fan of Knives is gonna blow him out. With the Cobalt Geomancer in hand.
Do you play Chromagus though? I don't think you do. I think you just.
No, you just go for the board clear. Just attrition the Paladin out. Yeah. I think you hit the 2-2 with your weapon first.
You might just want to avoid taking damage altogether. Do you just SI7 it?
Oh, sure. We just wait for him to finish his
This
very
way-
lengthy sequence of plays. I think you eviscerate.
Yeah, you eviscerate followed up by SS7. You just clear the whole
You
board.
don't have enough mana to do both those things.
Oh, he doesn't? Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, he
Maybe, I
doesn't.
guess you just Deadly Poison,
You just concealed
hit the
again?
remainder, and then conceal. No, Deadly Poison hit the 2-2 and then conceal. I
Hmm.
think. Just cycle another card. You
But you kind of want your weapon up, right? Because you are drawing into.
Okay, sure. Fine.
Oh, maybe he should. Okay, okay, fine. Yeah, yeah, cause you do have the Tinkertown and stuff like that.
One big thing we haven't seen any preps. I'm not sure if that's a result of him not having the prep. Oh wow.
Running so many weird stuff, right?
Is there a space for preps, right? Yeah.
But I don't think you can cut preps from Rogue, man. Those.
Definitely not. That mana advantage is what wins a lot of games.
Yeah, innovate is like 2 mana and prep is like 3. So prep is
Yeah.
like innovate plus 1. Spell power innovate. Whoa, that value.
And the question, can he go for the master here? He has no choice. He has to do it, and he's gonna lose in the game. But
Not
you
really.
can't just sit on this board and not do anything. You don't let the rogue draw so many cards.
Oh my gosh, that's like the worst possible play you can make here.
Definitely, I think this is losing.
Huh.
You don't really even want to play the.
Zombie Chow.
Yeah.
I think you just hit face and then.
They just pray that.
Oh wow, no, he can actually win this actually. Choose silver plus the 2/2, and then if he like gets knife juggler and insanely lucky with daggers.
That's not enough mana though,
Really?
because he needs 4 damage that way. Because there's 4.
There's Zombie Chow and Master. You can destroy his yeah, it's just
Oh yeah, zombie chow. Yeah. That would be.
just nice.
That's quite funny, right? Do you watch the Savage
Oh yeah,
getting
all the
destroyed?
chows.
I calculated it was like 0 point some, like 4. I think it was 4% or something very or even smaller than that. Can't remember the exact number.
Okay, is this? No, it's not.
It's not lethal, but it's.
He's
game
not
over.
gonna Blade Flurry. He's gonna choose the Sap. And his hand is gonna blow up for sure. I think.
Is that
It's
10
like
cards?
10.
Yeah, it looks like 10 cards.
Looks like 10. Yep.
He doesn't need any more to win though.
Uh,
He has a second Tink and another Flurry. I think
okay,
that's
so
all.
that is not. That is clearly not. There's not a knife juggler, so he doesn't have immediate lethal. But oh wait, because the mini board was Sap, so he doesn't have lethal anyway. But he can go for Doctor Boom plus Cog Hammer. And
I think
that-
that's probably the
and
best
that-
line.
That does have the chance of giving you the win because if the boombots kill themselves, they might just go to face, right?
Yep.
Because
As long
that
as
prevents you
they-
from using AoE. And you might taunt a boombot, which forces him to kill a boombot.
That might clear the 7-2. That's the biggest damage stat other than the weapon at the moment.
Yeah. So and if you shoot a boombot, right?
But I think he would just sap it if you shield
He,
a bot.
he used the sap already, right?
He has another sap in his hand.
Oh right, he's not a sap. Then that's game, right? Either way.
Yeah, that's pretty much game. I don't see any way around it.
That sucks.
I think. What's the most accurate play here? You could anti-Q bot Cogmaster.
If you're
And-
gonna anti-Q-bot though, you probably just play through silver and go to face. And then hope you top deck into a consecrate the next turn, and then just heal as much as possible.
Sure, like just go for the most aggressive line, right?
But 7
The
plus
racing
2
line.
plus 6 is like he has
Is he gonna race? Oh,
15 damage on board.
Yeah, this is.
Oh my god. This is just terrible. Yeah. I think you race him. You
Is
either
it
race
lethal?
it's definitely lethal, come on, like
Sap 4. Yeah.
yeah, it's
It's,
definitely he has another Tinkertown too. Oh, okay, if he plays
no,
a
that-
Zerg, he's not lethal. He has another Tinkertown, so he can
there we go. The sap for the combo. You see, let's just not be lazy and do the math. If he does sap and he tinkers, that's 6 more. So 6 plus 6, 12, 12 plus 2. 12 plus
12.
2 is
and then
14.
he has eviscerate.
Oh sure, yeah.
Yep, eviscerate. That's game.
Okay, so it looks like
food for thought. Going for face is actually less damage than flurrying because flurry has spell power, so it's +1.
Yes.
So it's actually 10. So
it's not like if he had the eviscerate, it's not like he needed it anyway. But
yep. So he could have actually just eviscerated first. He didn't even need to sap. because Eviscerate has spell power, but we
Oh
forgot
yeah.
about it. So he always has lethal. He just spell power, Eviscerate, Tinker Towns,
So
goes against
basically,
flurries.
any combination, almost any combination
Yeah,
of those
yeah,
cards
yeah,
would have
yeah.
led to a win.
Yep.
Unless he tinkers without a weapon, I suppose that wouldn't lead to a win.
Actually, in
But
fact,
anyway,
right, since he doesn't need to sap, he can go to face with the weapon first, then
second
make
tinker
make a new
and
weapon and
and
tinker.
flurry, yeah,
Yeah. The,
potentially.
that way you get +1 extra damage. So
Mm,
his maximum damage is like,
a lot more than
yeah,
what.
it's a lot. It's a lot of extra damage. He didn't. Yeah, there was no way he was gonna miss
I'm
it
not
all.
sure how good his deck is though. It didn't look. He drew so many cards. It didn't look like he had any preps in his deck. That
But
makes the Tinker Town a lot. The Tinker Sharp Sword a lot slower.
the question I want to ask is, what's Chromagus doing there? You didn't even need him to win. He just sat in your hand and he caused you to burn a fan of knives. Great.
Oh well.
Well, I do think the Paladin misplayed though. You either try to outrace him there, or you try to taunt up your boombot and then hope that it goes for face. I mean, he already used one step, so you can just pray he doesn't have another.
Yeah.
It's not that bad chances. So I think either of those plays would have been fine, but killing the Gadget Stand Auctioneer is definitely not a winning play. There's no way he doesn't have lethal with like 10 cards in hand, right? I mean, you don't expect him to for one of those cards to be Chromagus for sure.
Definitely not.
So if you assume it's like a fairly standard Miracle / Oil, yeah, you're probably expecting to die on the amount of health.
Definitely.
So, unlike the dominating performance of the Singaporeans in week 1, it looks like the
It's 3-2, right? Or something?
It's 3-2s right now. Yep, it's
Yeah.
3-2. So these last 3 matches are gonna be very, very decisive.
We kind of got the short end of the stick with that matchup though, the Pally Rogue one. But
Well,
they had the short end of the stick in the earlier few matchups, so I guess it balances out.
yeah. I mean, Warrior versus Hunter, come on, man. And then
Yeah.
Shaman against Warrior, come on, man.
True. I guess we're showing our superior strategy by RNGing the lucky
But
matchup.
arranging the matchups, whoa, you're a genius.
Singapore team, best team.
Actually makes me think that this tournament should have a different format. Like each team
Definitely.
should take turns picking who they want to face. So let's say I'm Warrior, right? And I say, okay, I'm gonna play Warrior and I want to face Hunter. And then next they get to choose. And then they get to choose their favorite matchup.
That just leads to a lot of lopsided matchups. Isn't it better to go RNG? Isn't that just more fair? Because you just have a lot of counter matchups and the counter matchups. That does
No,
not
but
sound like an extremely exciting
but
tournament.
if you know your Hunter's gonna pick, right? You prepare a face Hunter deck and a mid-range Hunter deck. You know which deck you're facing. You just play the mid-range Hunter.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that make it more exciting, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah. Rather than going into a blind matchup, you don't know who the hell you're playing against. I think this actually makes it fairer. You have more strategy. You know, then like, okay, like if you're a mage, okay, and then like you're a warrior, you say, okay, I want to play against mage because like Hunter's already dead or whatever, or it turned out differently. You know, the guy isn't forced into playing freeze into you, and then he just
Can play
loses.
Mac, yeah.
He can play mag, he can play tempo, he can play whatever, Chromagus, mag, Chromagus freeze. So
Chromagus freeze.
that seems to be all the hype, right? So just try
Chromagus freeze?
I'm just kidding. But yeah. So
8 mana, dude. If Chromagus was 7, maybe.
I heard there's this 6 mana card which lowers everyone's mana cost.
Wow, like building decks based on that one card, it feels like a pretty poor idea. But anyway, it looks like we're gonna have a Hunter into a Warlock, and it looks to be a mid-range Hunter actually. I don't believe Face Hunter runs Web Spinner.
Web Spinner.
It could be a hybrid though, but
Yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
And
Yep,
interestingly, Tricky Hunter is not playing Hunter.
I guess that's what makes him so tricky.
Whoa. Is he playing face Warlock? Are we gonna see like Murloc, the 2/1 charger and like Wolf
Wow,
Riders?
that would be pretty badass.
And then he plays like
yeah.
and then he plays like Demon Wrath to kill his own bot or something. I don't know.
It was quite funny because the other day, I believe just either yesterday or 2 days ago, I queued against a player called Hunter and he was playing Druid. That was pretty hilarious. Anyway.
Okay, so this seems like standard zoo
Zoo, wait,
with a Sludge Voucher.
and Shattered Sun Clerics and Soulfire and Hellfire. Oh, it looks like it's slightly more bursty Zoo actually. Yeah, it actually could be the Burst Hunter that you're describing. Burst Warlock that you're describing. Such Voucher to hold down the fort as he places Arcane Golems and goes
So
to town.
today I realized I could describe something I never knew of before. That's a very nice
Secret
surprise.
powers.
Oh,
So I guess
and
he is basically playing a hunter deck. So I guess he is a tricky
I
hunter.
guess it's kind of like a mid-range warlock. We have seen more of these warlocks popping up recently. It's kind of like a hybrid between Zoo and Demon Lock. I
Mhm.
don't think it's a bad deck necessarily, but so far it's just weird. Yeah. So far it's just pure weird nowadays. It's just clunky to have. Because nowadays when you
Conceptually
play
though,
Demon Lock,
it's
right, you want
not
to
the
hold cards.
worst. Now conceptually it's not the worst like, in Zoo though, because like all your cards are off. I mean if you don't
In Zoo,
play too
but the thing
many,
is that
yeah?
demons, that's the problem, right? But
Oh
if
yeah,
you're playing
yeah, yeah.
Demon Lock, you have Void Caller, so you want to hold demons in your hand.
True, true, true.
So D- Doom Guard is an exception because it's okay to hold the Demon Guard. I mean the Doom Guard because he gets caught up by the Void Caller, but
Yeah.
Soulfire doesn't get caught up by your Void Caller, so it's an issue. Interestingly, Jon
What's he
Snow
thinking of? Is he thinking of coining Soulfire? I mean, what's
is
the
the
thing?
spectator view like bugged or something? I have no idea, man. So for you want to check that out, whether
Maybe
we're
we
having
take
some
a toilet break.
whether having whether we're having some technical difficulties. Anyway, I want to point out that Jon Snow actually had a freezing trap, so he has some clear naming synergy there. Jon Snow playing his freezing trap.
He knows nothing. So
So
anyway.
I really want to see Jon Snow play his freezing trap here, to stay in character. What he's roping? Is he gonna rope out? What's happening? Is the game exploding? What's going on?
Who knows, man?
Huh? So Jon Snow just skipped the whole turn. I don't think that was the best play, right? I believe hero power is a better play than skipping your whole turn.
Maybe he didn't know what to do because he knows nothing. But secondly, if you actually read all the way to the end of A Dance with Dragons, I shan't spoil. But this is a
I don't read Game of Thrones.
sure. Let's stop making Jon Snow references. Anyway, sorry, that moment. I think they should just stop this game and in the spirit of fun,
Yeah,
let Jon Snow reconnect and we'll just go watch the game
yeah,
again.
I think he clearly DC'd here, so far I think there has to be a rematch, right?
It's kind of unfair, dude. I mean, there's no prize, there's no real. This is just kind of for experience. Just let them play again. There's no need to be a rules lawyer.
Yeah, but you don't want to offend Jon Snow anyway, right? He might rape your sisters or something. Isn't that how they roll in Game of Thrones?
It is
Like-
how they roll, but it's not how Jon Snow rolls.
Like did you just put extra cheese in my egg omelette? Your next 7 generations are gone, man.
No, I actually think that's how like George R.R. Martin lives his life. Like the writer of Game of Thrones, he probably like lives his life on a day-to-day basis, and when people are unhappy with him, he just writes in a thoroughly unpleasant plot twist, killing off many main characters. Like he calls his pizza guy, if a pizza's not here in the next 45 minutes, Arya's dead in the next book or something like that. And then everyone just listens to
How
him.
do you know his characters are not named after pizza guys?
And then he kills them off, right? That's pretty hilarious.
Let's
What
just
a
say
vengeful
that
man.
John is a fairly common first name, and Snow is a last name in like the West.
That's true.
So Jon Snow the Pizza Man. Oh my god, I cannot unsee. Someone needs to write a
Snow,
fanfic now. I'm a Jon Snow the Pizza Man.
All his life he's been told that he knows nothing, and that's why he started delivering pizza rather than going to university. Give me a moment, I'll be back. Hold on, yeah?
Okay.
Alright, back. Anyway, looks like we'll be spectating the game again. Doo-doo-doo.
Okay, so the game hasn't actually started yet. Are they gonna? Oh, okay. They just went into the game right now.
Okay, cool. More draws, more cards. NTQ bot. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a value mid-range warlock with some zoo elements and probably void collar, as you can see from the Dread Inferno. Wait, this is a pretty terrible hand for the
Hunter.
Yeah,
He turned out to be mid range, right? So it's pretty normal for a mid range hand.
It's so slow though. I mean, he could have kept the abusive sergeant so he could like just do something early against this.
But you don't really want to play Abusive Sergeant as a 1-drop, especially if you're playing mid-range hunter.
Mid-range, yeah, that's true. But at least he drew it to something to do, so that's not so bad.
And true to his name, Jon Snow gets the freezing trap again. That synergy, boys.
It's pretty unlucky though.
But it's part of his name. He has. You gotta stay in character, man, when you're playing Hearthstone.
Role playing. So
Raynet. Oh my god, you just reminded me of all the role playing Twitch memes.
there's so many. What is you?
Chong
What do
Chong
you even
FR,
want
can we
here?
like request um Misha?
Yeah, I think Misha was probably the best. Harper's probably
Actually,
the worst one.
actually,
Like
actually,
you're
Mi-
second worst.
actually, Misha is actually pretty bad as well because you kind of play into a power overwhelming. Whereas this, like Leo is more likely to stay alive. You have Unleash the Hounds in your hand. It's not the worst.
Yeah, it's definitely not the worst. So what's this? Is this RNG plays trying to snipe 2-1?
Yeah, I think this is definitely the best play. Then you just run your creeper into the one. Yeah, I think you just run your creeper into the other creeper if this fails. And you get daggers flying everywhere. You kill off some of his spiders, and then you leave your Void Terror alive. It kind of protects your Knife Juggler. Wow. Okay. I don't agree with this because you want to kill as many creepers as possible.
Hmm.
Oh wait, his creeper spawned first, right? Because he played the hunter creeper first. It's still very awkward for the hunter to unleash here though, because okay, wait, you trade one in, then you
He
unleash,
can
then you,
he can full board clear with the unleash.
yeah. Oh my god, two freezing traps.
That's pretty unlucky. I think I still think
That's
you
insane.
unleash and you go for the full board clear.
Yeah, you trade one in first, right? Then you unleash. Then that way you get to keep 1 million.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I guess this turns out the same. Does it? No, you actually save one.
Oh wait, this means it's not gonna unleash. Wait, what? This is pretty strange. He could have preserved everything if he unleashed
No,
before
he
then.
wouldn't be able to preserve that much. He would have just preserved two.
He would preserve the
His original
Leok,
two.
more importantly.
Because he would trade every. Yeah,
He would have preserved the Leok.
and two hounds, right? And two hounds, because
Yeah,
he
yeah,
would
yeah.
trade his spiders instead. Oh,
That's
this
quite
is
a
really
lot.
weird. I don't see any better time for you to choose to unleash.
Yeah, when he has 5 minutes on the board, you kind of want to play Unleash the Hounds. Oh
Right?
well.
If you don't play it now, then when are you gonna play it?
Yeah.
So, funnily
After he
enough,
maybe after he implosions, which is kind of the thinking.
ah,
I mean,
are we
is it
are we giving him too much credit?
maybe? He did. I think he did consider it though. Who knows? Maybe like we'll see what he says later or something.
Okay, maybe he's secretly a genius and he should be like savage, like rank 3 on ladder or something, and I'm just a scrub. But I think Unleash is a fair play there. Like hero
Yes,
powering and
definitely.
passing with 2 turn, letting a Leok die. Rather than having a 2-1 Leok, a 2-1 Hound, and another 2-1 Hound.
Yeah.
If you think this is a normal Demon Lock, he just play his juggler. You don't know he's playing Hellfire, although we know because we have caster vision. We also know that he has like Coin Dread Inferno, but you
Yep.
don't know that, right?
Definitely.
So through his mind sniping, I would say he actually managed to avoid the worst play because that would have played terribly into Dread Inferno.
No, but Jet and Flow can only be played this turn, and that whole thing could have happened last turn. So you could have traded off the Hounds the previous turn.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I'm working in slow mo.
Chat is in slow mode. Who are we kidding? There's no one in chat. Anyway,
Okay.
I think you just go for the high main here. Definitely.
Yep.
Do you trade your 1-2 into the 2-1?
Yeah.
Probably, right?
Otherwise,
Yeah.
the golem
The
gets
2-3
free
gets
food.
to eat it, yeah.
Nom nom.
If he unleashes here, I'm really very curious as to like the very strange plays that happen. Wait, what?
If you
Oh,
unleashes here, I just like can I request for Silver to allow me to stop casting this?
cast concede.
I
Casters concede.
cast concede, right?
Scepters
So how
set
much mana does it
casters.
cost? Is it a spell?
Concede. It's free, man. Player has begun spectating you. Is there a player called Player? That's pretty cool. Anyway,
Okay, so
he doesn't look
I
like he has any real way to break through.
I am Big Owl though. I am Big Owl's gonna deal with the thing pretty fine, but he's choosing not to
Oh,
play it. I think he just wants to play the Iron Beak later. He just wants to develop his
yeah.
board first. Then
I
when
think you
he really wants,
unleash. Do you think you unleash and face here? Just all face.
how much damage is that? 4 plus 6,
4 plus 6, 10.
10 plus hero power
Yeah,
plus
but hero-
aggressive sergeant. 14. Wow. Okay, yeah. Then you definitely do it. That's a lot of damage. 14, right?
And you got kill commands. Yeah.
4 plus 9.
You should kill command this turn? No, right?
Nah, you kill command the next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, your hound still stay there. They still to be cleared on. Yep, I think he's gonna go for it.
I don't think he's good. Let's hope he unleashes. Please unleash. Oh,
Uh,
that I like this line as well. This is fine.
no, but you miss out on a hero power.
Oh, you do. Yeah.
So if he manages to full clear the board, you kind of
Like
miss
you give him a more turn, but we know he has an anti-cube board though. But
anti-Q board, yeah. But I don't think he can actually full clear the board though. Or
maybe
does
he
he
can.
have enough? Yeah, he can. He can coin out the anti-Q board, followed up by. Okay, he
He
trades
loses a
in.
cube board though, unfortunately, because he's on 3.
Yeah, that's really rough actually. That's
And
real.
he loses like the 2-3 of his
He
he loses
loses the.
the Harvest Golem mini boy that comes out at the end.
Yeah, oh man, this is rough. But you don't have another choice, right? It's do that or die,
Dread Inferno? No, you can't Dread
right?
Inferno. If you Dread
No,
Infernos,
as in, it's either the antique keyboard Hellfire after trading in your
yeah.
Golem and your Flame Imp or you die, right? So you have to make this play. I think he's gonna see it, so.
Mhm.
Oh wait, it's not enough mana. We are retarded.
Oh yeah.
He needs more than that. Yeah, he needs 9. He only has 8.
Then this is
For
just
some reason I thought he had 9. So yeah, he has to do this and then you trade in stuff slowly and painfully and you take a 6 damage this turn.
and so with this line of play, it looks like Jon Snow's
Skill
this
top deck skill.
that's
Come on.
lethal.
Top deck
Wow,
skill. Yeah, that's lethal.
lucky boy.
No, but this actually would have mattered, like not hero power in the previous turn, because he would have missed out on 2 damage. Then he would have 9 instead.
Yeah.
So that would have limited his top deck options. But he got the skill command anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. But I would really have preferred just hero powering rather than playing the skill command the previous turn. Yeah.
I think what this series shows is like Singaporeans are just way more lucky than Indonesians. We get the good matchups, we get the top decks that win games. So
I think the word you're looking for is skillful Hearthstone players, man. Top
that's
decking,
true. I think if
have you
you're
not heard? Top decking is a skill, bro.
it is indeed a skill.
Do you not watch Amaz's stream?
I actually don't watch Amaza's stream. I don't find his antics very entertaining, but shots fired. Anyway, let's how many games have that been? Is this 6 already?
It's a 6 game and
So it's
Singapore is
4-2,
4
right?
to 2. Yep.
Okay.
I'm still very disappointed by Jon Snow's play though, but it turns out that keeping the Unleash.
Worked out for more damage in the long run. He let
Yeah,
him
yeah.
lethal.
Yeah, I actually let him delete her because otherwise he would have just been dealt with by the Dread Inferno.
But then again, he could have pushed damage the previous one. Nah, he wouldn't have pushed damage because he would have created
yeah,
over
yeah,
the sound. So
Yeah, yeah.
maybe yeah, this play had merit.
Secretly genius, guys.
Yeah.
Jon Snow. Gotta ask him to teach me how to play Hunter. Okay, so it's gonna be Red Nose versus the Sean Bay next. I'm
Is
not
this
sure.
a legendary headlock player we've all been waiting for?
Red Nose.
Oh,
No,
the
Red
Sean
Nose was
Bay.
playing Zoo
I
previously.
mean the Sean Bay.
The Sean Bay. I think he's gonna be playing Warlock. I'm not sure which kind of Warlock
It's
he's
gonna
gonna
be
play.
headlock.
Red Nose played the previous. I think all these Indonesian players played previously. Most of them. Yeah, they all played previous week. But on the Singapore side, we have a lot of new players. So Red Nose previous week played Paladin. So I believe we're gonna see Paladin against Warlock probably. That's. I'm not too sure what kind of Warlock the Singaporeans are bringing.
You're also not sure what kind of paladin it is. Is it a dragon paladin?
There's only one Paladin people play now, come on. And Paladin, okay, there's this general trend you notice in mid-range decks, right? Because
Yep.
even Oil right, even though people say it's control, I consider it a mid-range deck. Because it wins around the mid-range stage, it doesn't win in the end game. Like, by the time you reach turn 6, turn 7, that's when Oil already won. They just haven't killed you yet, but they've already won, in my opinion.
Sure.
So the thing you notice about mid-range decks, right, is that they all start to convalesce, right, around this one singular build, and then they just like, oh, I play BGH instead of MCT. Oh, I play 2 anti keyboards instead of Belcher and 1 anti keyboard.
That's
and then,
true.
And like Paladin is kind of becoming like that, becoming the new druid.
Yeah.
So put your faith in nature.
I realized I thought of something yesterday that kind of puts a damper on Dragon Valley. With all the way the kind of cards that you're putting into your deck, you're basically a druid without combo. Like Dragon Consort accelerates your threats.
With equality. And true silver champion. So before you sell like Paladin off as a weaker druid, they do have their advantages. I think the
That's true. That's true.
matchup is way more favored for Paladin against Warlock, especially Handlock, because dude, equality is such a game changer against
Wait,
control
you,
decks.
you think Paladin is a better matchup against Warlock than Combo Druid?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I favor Combo Druid. I privilege Combo Druid a lot against Handlock. I think it's
Yeah,
really strong.
because your draws are good and you always draw your combo when you need it by though. So
That's true. But then again, I got wrecked by life coach on stream, but with by Combo Druid against his Handlock
I
skills.
think combo Druid has a fair chance of winning, but you need the right draws. Whereas Paladin has a tendency to just win in the long run anyway. With equality and consecrate and stuff like that.
I suppose I feel like your conception of the matchup is very different from mine. So like, and we've talked about this on Wednesday as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Your
No,
ideas on
but the
Pelican.
Dragon's Pali is probably very different from the old control
Oh,
Pali kind of
yes,
style.
yes.
So I'm not too sure how the matchup is like, but I will
I
assume
think-
it's better because there's less stuff you can AoE. Hellfire doesn't really deal with Hungry Dragon at all. It doesn't deal with it at all actually.
That's
It's
true.
like a 5-3, which is
Neither
like,
does a Shadow Flame on a.
you need to
Actually,
Shadow
yeah,
Flame a giant.
3,
you can't Shadow Flame
5.
a Shadow. You can't Shadow Flame an Ancient Watcher, which is
Yeah.
absolute.
Oh, it looks like we'll be watching
so we're actually
Amaze.
skipping a game. Versus Saya QYY, the guy's name who I can never pronounce
Sioki? I don't know.
Why
And
must
he
he
looks
do-
like he's playing his legendary
in a fire
aggro
priest.
pally.
In a fire priest. Okay, so I'm
Aggro priest,
I'm
okay.
expecting him to get completely crushed because
By McMage, yeah.
what's gonna happen here is that he's gonna play do you even play it? Do you even play
Not sure.
priestess? Nah, you definitely pass, right? It's a typical priest turn 1, you pass, then priest turn 2, you pass again. And then turn 3, you hope that you draw into a holy smite or you lose.
I guess a potential play here would be
If you play priestess
Northshire coin
inner fire,
Inner Fire. Yeah, just like challenge that guy. That's terrible. You just throw 2 cards away for 1. But you're never gonna establish anything on this board. Like, look at this. Like this, the position has not improved since last turn by waiting.
he can do some pyro shenanigans here. He can pyro,
Pyro circle
circle, coin, and then wait.
he dies, right?
Oh man.
Pyro, yeah. So all you achieve, you waste all those cards, you kill 1 Cogmaster. The Snow Juggler's still alive.
So it's the typical turn 2 of priest where you pass again
I think he really needs a.
and the board develops.
needs
Okay,
to
with the mana wasn't building up for Amaze. It's about in the spectating, but
Oh, okay.
but we could have just checked the mana just fine, so it isn't such a big deal that we need to respectate. But anyway, it looks like if he doesn't draw into Organizer Priest, he's probably gonna go.
Yeah. Double Mind Blast. This is why you don't play Mind Blast in your deck, boys.
Do you just pyro what you call that guy?
Pyro circle.
Priestess and then coin and then circle just to
Oh, I like that.
draw
play.
like infinite cards.
Yeah, I really like that play.
But you kind of burn some cards, right? If you do that because your hand is so full, you only discard 4 and then you draw off 5 creatures.
Yeah.
I think you have to do it at this point though. I mean, okay, but then again, if you don't draw into Orkanai, and then if you draw into Orkanai and then your circle is gone, you kind of lose anyway. I guess you just Mind Blast face or something. I'm not too sure what Mind Blast is supposed to do. But
It's supposed to deal 5 damage to the enemy hero, but
purpose
Yeah.
achieved, boys.
I think what happened here is basically Amaze. If I'm not wrong, he's playing an aggro priest,
Yeah,
and he's just getting rolled over by a more consistent aggro deck that started earlier than him on curve. And this is probably why aggro priest isn't any good, because it's just not as consistent when you play cards like Mind Blast.
Okay, so Vanish chosen. So I guess
Coin looted. You loot? Are you dead on board? No, you're not. But you're dead to Fireball or Frostbolt.
I also want to point out something that CRQYY is actually playing very lucidly. He chose to play the Cog Master and Ping instead of playing the Goblin Blast Mage because playing the Goblin Blast Mage makes you very, very, very weak to Organized Circle. But if he gets Organized Circle now, right, he can actually play the little Clockwork Gnome and then
And
play
then
the Goblin
Blast
Blast
Mage,
Mage, which will almost certainly 6.25% to miss. Okay, so it's like a 94% chance to deal with the 3-1 remaining Orkanai.
Oh
So
yeah.
so I think this is actually very, very, very lucid, very brilliant, very balanced play by CRQYY. Very good play from him. Meanwhile, Amaze, I can't really critique his plays because he has none. So, what do you want me to say? He really has none.
I think coin looted probably. I mean, what else can you do? You have to do something, right? You have to put a minion on the board.
He's thinking really hard about how he has no place.
Oh, it's a bit of a weird mind blast shenanigans to clear both Cockmasters. I guess. I guess.
He's gonna bomb. Watch. His pyro's gonna die.
Oh boy.
Oh, I saw this coming from a mile away.
Oh
I mean,
wow.
okay, I shouldn't be so gleeful, right? But for some reason, I feel really amused. So yeah, Priest is not that easy, guys. So
He could have healed the guy and inner fire to clear the snow chugger. It wouldn't have been.
he couldn't have healed it. If you start off with circle, right? You can't heal because oh wait, you can because you have two mana.
He has two
Yeah,
mana left over.
yeah. So you
He had
circle.
3 mana left over because he coined.
No, but then he needs to play other spells as well. So he needs to delay his circle. So basically, it doesn't work.
No, he circles first. He plays 2, he circles first, he heals his own guy. Then it like leaves him with what? 4 mana? No, leaves him with 2
Three.
mana.
Two.
Two. Then he still has a coin, right? Then he coins. And then he inner fires. And I believe that kills everything because that's 4 spells. So you trade it.
Okay,
You just get a block clear lah.
so Wild Pyromancer, circle, heal, then
Yeah.
inner
Coin.
fire, coin, and then inner fire.
Yeah. You trade a lot of cards, but you get the ball clear. I mean, you can't blame him. He's playing this ridiculous deck. Instead of inner fire, maybe Mind
No,
Blast.
that's only 3 spells. Cause you pyro, you circle. One is a heal. You heal with your heal power. Then you inner fire and circle. Still leaves the 4/1 from the Tinker Town. There's only 3 damage.
Okay,
but
you could have left the Tinker Town, right? As
Yeah.
in just leaving a Tinker Town and your Wild Pyro's alive. So you like that's the best
No,
possible.
your wild pyro dies if you inner fire.
Oh sure, okay.
Yeah, so there's
So
actually
that thing would never have worked out in any situation.
basically
Anyway.
he has no place because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So not the best showing from Aggro Priest, but what to do?
I
What other
wouldn't
classes are
say
left
it's
over?
not the best. I want to say it's not the best showing. More like
It's
there
an
wasn't
average
at all.
showing. A day in the
There
life
was
of
no
Aggro
showing at all.
Priest. Or maybe like that's just the showing. That's the showing you're gonna get when you play Aggro Priest. I'm really curious what else is in the deck. Dark Cultist, Injunction Master, Okanai.
Probably something like Deathlord, Power Word Shield. Some
Oh yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
Okay, the funny
Cool.
thing is I was actually playing a semi-aggro priest on ladder, which involved dragons and Valen's Prophet Valen and Mind Blast. And
Sure.
that didn't actually work too well. Like what actually happened was that I would get early board control
Yep.
and then I would concede it. Like I would play my dragons like a Zerdrake, but then a Zerdrake is very clunky to use with aggro priest. In the sense that while I do have stuff like Holy Smite and Holy Fire, the problem of priest is that unlike Rogue, right, they don't have dedicated AoE clear that also damages face, like Blade Flurry. So if I use my Holy Nova to clear board, I can't use it to damage people later. If I use my Holy Fire to like kill a minion, I can't use it for face.
Yeah.
And if
As
I
opposed
use
to Blade
like,
Flurry.
if I use like if, yeah, and if I use like Light Bomb, I just kill my own freaking Zerdrake. So it turned into a situation where I had +4 spell power on board, and I had a choice between Holy Smiting his face now, or Holy Smiting a creature with like 4 spell power, or with like 4 health. And either play was the losing play, because later I would draw my Valence and I wouldn't have a Holy Smite anymore. So
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Wait,
So
does it stack if you which stacks
yes.
first?
spell
No,
power
which
first.
stacks first?
Spell
Spell power
power
first. Oh wow, that's
It
pretty
goes up to ridiculous amounts. So it was really weird in the sense that the spell power was doing the same thing as Valence. So I eventually cut Valence and it worked out kind of fine. But then I realized I might as well just be playing normal Tempo Priest and I wouldn't be so gimmicky and relying on like Valence
spell
chosen.
power. Yeah.
Yeah, like the dragons just didn't really work out, and like the Twilight Whelp kind of felt like an inferior zombie child. Like most of the time, zombie child would have performed the exact same role. I do feel that maybe when Blackwing Corruptor comes out, the mini fire elemental, maybe Twilight
Yep.
Whelp will make a difference. But until then, nah, I'm probably gonna give Dragon's Priest a break.
Alright, we're gonna move in another game. It'll be the Sean Bay versus Red Nose 93. It's gonna be the matchup that we predicted. Warlock and what looks to be Handlock versus Paladin. And with the Dragon Consort, it is indeed Dragon Paladin. And I'm quite excited to see this matchup because this is not like you see it here first on stream, right? It's not something that's been played competitively yet.
Yep.
I think you throw your whole hand.
To be fair, I played this matchup quite a bit on ladder today. So
I did as well, but I never faced a handlock, so I don't
never
really know
faced
how
the
that
handlock.
goes.
I see.
No, I didn't. I
I
just
would.
kept facing face hunters and like just keep losing because this deck's just worse against face hunter than normal carry.
Okay, the first thing you need to think about, right, is that most Handlocks in recent times have cut out one Siphon Soul, and
Yeah.
this deck is way more controlly than the previous Paladin. So I think it's definitely more favored
Do you think it's more
against.
controlly?
It is. Like, you usually run both Chromagus and Tyrion, at least. If you
Does that
don't.
make it more controlly though? Because you're not planning to control the game. You're planning to like push big minions out, and that's how you plan to win.
That's
Right?
kind of what control is like, right? You just outvalue the guy.
I suppose. Okay. Wait, so he goes for the coin twilight, which is yeah,
He
probably
needs
the best
something on
play
the
yet.
board against
Yep.
double.
Oh, there's a master
And
coming up.
yeah, cause he's on coin. Waiting to play Twilight Drake or Mountain Giant is probably really weak. But
Really slow.
this is quite uncomfortable because he doesn't have an Ancient Watcher in his hand. He doesn't have a Hellfire either.
Oh wow, so he goes for the master.
This game might actually end before the Handlock can actually even make any plays. I think he has to tap here. He might even be forced into playing the Owl actually. I think you
Our
tap. I think you tap first and see if you draw into a Hellfire. If you draw into a Hellfire, you just hold out for one more turn. Ancient Watcher's too little, too late.
Mm-hmm.
Needed one card earlier. Sunfree Protector is pretty okay here.
You clear one?
It,
Yeah, you do.
it helps to staunch the damage. You definitely do. You can't play into quarter. Even though I actually personally cut Quarter Masters myself, because it's not
I
enough
did as
space.
well. There's just not
Oh
enough
my
slots in the
gosh.
center.
Oh
I
my
see that
gosh.
it's
Do you
Sarah.
see that your Sarah in hand?
It's
Oh
coming
my
down.
gosh.
Imagine if he top decks a Chromingus and that's the one that he goes with on turn
One thing
6.
I have to say though, would it have been wiser since he drew in the Ancient Watcher to have just waited to play Sunfree Protector? Now you're in a really, really bad spot. Oh, okay, he top decked another one. I speak too soon. These guys never get punished. Okay, they can just play their Sunfrees on one guy and it's fine. But then when I do so and then I just like never draw a Sunfree. Or I draw
Do
an
you think,
Argus.
can you go for the Mountain Giant here? Not really, right?
I think.
Because everything kind of loses to the Dragon Consort.
Huh. So he opts.
Oh, that's fine. That's that. Okay, I didn't see that.
I actually prefer the Mountain Giant and trading both to him because the 2/2/2s on the boards don't really challenge the Mountain Giant. I guess
Yeah.
if you're afraid of BGH though. So that's also a
But
consideration.
you're always gonna be afraid of BGH, right? So.
Yeah, he's really so behind on tempo. Oh man. I think he
that's
just picks Sylvanas now, right?
Yeah.
Or do
Looks
you
like
go for a Watcher?
Ton? No, I think it's Sylvanas.
I think it's Sylvanas, yeah. You might tap.
Oh,
Okay,
wow,
why
wait.
did Drake changes things?
Yeah, I think it's Drake. No, whoa, no, it's Drake. It's Drake.
Watcher, right? Drake
Watcher,
Watcher.
yeah,
right,
on the same side as the Drake.
It doesn't matter though, your ton is definitely.
I think you kill a 2-1 here.
Yeah, you kill off the one. You kill off the 1/1 actually. Like you force him to use his weapon or something. It actually doesn't even.
Very small.
Are you afraid of Quartermaster? Do you use Sarah or do you play Boom?
I think you boom. Is Sarah, if it eats like a Siphon Soul in this position, the board's really even. You just wasted your turn, basically. He heals 3. But as we can see from the Sean base hand, he doesn't have the Siphon Soul. So there's not really much going on.
And this is why I was all for playing the Mountain Giant on turn 5.
Mhm.
Like
You're
now
never gonna
your
get to
Sylvanas
play
are
this game.
nothing to challenge it. And also for like Sylvanas on turn 6. Like there's this concept in Hearthstone which I like to say is like some cards develop slower and some cards develop faster.
Yep.
Like with respect to the Ancient Watcher and the Twilight Drake, since you're gonna taunt them, that's how you're gonna play them, right? You're gonna taunt them up.
Yep.
They can be activated on the turn you play them. But Sylvanas, right, you want to kill, right? So if you want to kill Sylvanas off, you need at least one turn to activate it, rather
Yes.
than immediately. So I kind of feel that while you still have health, you kind of have to play the Sylvanas on 6. If you don't play the Sylvanas on 6, then you're never gonna play her because she activates too slowly. Whereas on this turn, right, if he
You
activates
can,
Sylvanas
he can,
right,
wait, hold on. Going back straight to the board, he can tap Mountain Giant. I'm not sure if he really wants to tap because he'll be taking too much damage, but does not look to be any impending burst. I think that's his only chance of winning. If he silences, there's no way he wins the game if he silences his Sarah. It's either Boom or Tap Giant, or I guess Sylvanas. Sylvanas is a bit greedy. I think you gotta Tap Giant.
huh, he silences his he silences the Watcher. Okay, wow.
What? He's never gonna get to play these Giants then.
Yeah, I think you just tap. I'm not gonna tap.
He's gonna
I'm
rope
taunt.
out. He's just gonna rope out. I think he kind of gave up on the game. After he saw that his Sarah lay
Some
down.
plays better than guys, so I think the Sean base probably gonna.
Concede pretty soon.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
floated 5 mana.
we know the BGH is in the hand of Red Nose, so. But Red Nose is is thinking pretty hard. I think he's very afraid of activating Molten Giants. Or maybe he's not. Or maybe he's not.
I
He was
think he
pointing,
did,
he
yeah,
was pointing.
he could get, like, he has two cards that kind of do pretty well against the Molten Giant on top. He has Nightmare and he has Isera Awakens. So
Does he have Awakens?
no,
No,
not
he
in his
doesn't.
hand, but as in like potentially
Yeah.
off of this
I
Isera.
actually
So
think I actually think the best way to play this particular situation is to try to get as many dudes as possible, and then you just double quarter master and just one shot him.
oh sure, that's fine as well. I think he's afraid of a massive board clear coming soon.
Like this enables Molten Giant Shadow Flame, but of course we know he can't play it, so
Oh, Cypher Soul.
Cypher Soul finally comes up.
Slightly too slow though, but the
And,
board doesn't look threatening enough. The
and this is
limiter.
what I was talking about. If you don't play Sylvanas on 6, right, you're never gonna play her. Like
Yeah,
I don't think we'll see Sylvanas unless the game drags on really long.
yeah. But it doesn't look like it's going to with the double Twilight Drake.
I'm
Not
quite sure
Twilight Drake, Emerald Drake hand that's coming in the boom as well.
I'm pretty sure that we'll see Boom the next turn. Then when Boom gets dealt with, somehow we'll see like double Emerald Drakes, and then
Yeah.
it's all ogre from then. Right. So
Wait a minute. Is this broadcast how the stream looks like? No, right?
no. They can only see the silver screen. I mean,
Okay.
they can only see the
The
thing.
game. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I think you just got a Siphon Soul is Sarah. Too much value is going down.
Do you really?
The more turns you give, the more turns he's likely to have lethal off of like
Do you just Sylvanas taunt? You have already given him 2 cards, right? If you're gonna win this, right?
three is yeah. I
It's from
suppose.
stealing his Ysera and getting your own cards, right? And I think he agrees. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I always love seeing RNG ideas. It's so funny. I believe we're gonna see Boom token, and then you run stuff into Sylvanas. Do
Yeah.
you do that? Actually, I have no idea.
I think boom token. Yes.
No, but do you want to like not play your tokens first so you can maybe consecrate? I mean, not play your Boom.
If he takes your Sylvanas, I mean, he takes your Isera. I mean, you want to reduce the chance of him taking Isera, right?
No, but you can kill your Ysera off if you run your Ysera into Sylvanas and then you consecrate.
No.
Yeah, you can. You
Done.
can. If he steals your Ysera, you run.
Oh, eventually lah.
consecrate.
Yeah.
Then no,
They use
then,
something.
no. Then you run your Belcher into the Twilight Drake. Then you run your.
2-1 in and then 1-1.
Yeah. Then he dies. So
Maybe that like go the half play. Yeah, maybe that's correct. Oh, it's gonna go full greed.
yeah, I think I actually prefer the consecrate play. That way you never lose your Ysera. I think you run your Ysera in first. Oh yeah, this is correct. Yep. So even if he steals your Ysera, you're fine. Ew. Yeah. So even if he steals your Ysera, you're fine. I really like this play. Cause it's the play I would take. So of course I like it, right? He doesn't steal your Ysera, and you're still good to go because you can consecrate and then you can deal with the 2-1.
Yep.
Your Ysera still
And
has
you get one
range.
more card out of the Isera, yeah.
Yeah. So I think Red Nose here showing his really, really strong play. Yeah. A lesser player would have messed up that turn. I'm pretty confident.
It's very tight play. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
very tight. Like this was the only play which will work out this way. I think you tap here and just. Yeah. Okay.
Giant
Shadow
moves.
Flame. Too little, too late, man. Too little, too late. Siphon.
Siphoning a 4-3 Isera, which drew 3 cards.
So disgusting.
Yeah.
Thing, right? Oh my gosh.
I think you clear the 1-1 new border. Yeah, you,
No, you don't.
Got it.
Apparently not.
it's
Double
not like
master.
that 2 damage is gonna matter in the long
Oh,
run.
you double master and you get a 5-5. The biggest dude of all time. We're gonna see a BGH, I think. And then
Yeah.
followed up by
Boom.
Boom. Yeah, Boom. There is like some merit to what? Oh my god, he's going for the
It's an RNG.
going for the
lethal.
RNG lethal
He
play.
needs 4-4 to win.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Did he just
Definitely.
did he just
Yes,
take the
but-
only play he
You could have
lose?
messed up, right?
Like now you just play Jiraxus and oh
Oh
my gosh.
gosh.
And I was just praising Red Nose for like the
Did he forget that he has BGH in his hand? Maybe.
Oh
He just
my
didn't realize it was there.
God.
Wow. What a
Maybe he-
silly play.
Maybe he just got too excited about winning instantly. Then that sometimes happens, you know. You get so excited about, oh my god, I can get immediate lethal, and then you just misplay.
Wow, that's so bizarre. I can't even wrap my mind around it. He's on the back foot, like really far behind.
Not that bad, I guess. PGH followed by Emmet Drake, followed up by Master for Battle.
I mean, you can do.
Oh yeah, you get the Inferno followed by Shadow Flame, so everything
Yeah,
dies.
exactly. With forward mana.
But he still can't play his.
Oh,
He
there
still
we
can't.
go. Uh you
Nah,
can do. No.
nah, he can't. I like how we're calling Draxus Infernos dudes. They're like really big.
Really massive dudes. I think that's the only play you have,
Yeah, you
right?
have Shadow Flame, right? And you can't play anything else either. Oh my god, the Molten